What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 60 of the Raptorstrike Podcast. And today is a very special episode. We are joined by
Brandon Ramirez from Precision Productions. Yeah, boy, yeah, boy.
yeah.
Robert Wyjo with RW Photo.
Hell yeah, how are y'all tonight?
Doing well. How are
Y'all
you?
eat dinner?
Yeah.
Y'all eating? What y'all eat?
I had some pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza.
We're doing my gender reveal for my up and coming baby.
Hell yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
We have the...
We got another.
There it is.
Yo.
We got another.
Who
baby
do I gotta
into
pay to
the-
never do that again?
don't worry about it.
I have control of the button. So.
He does have. We also have a censor button, so like, if you're like,
We don't need that. We don't need that.
that was Gumby's favorite button.
That's funny.
But for those y'all that don't know, some of the biggest things that we do and how Raptorstrike even got started was through the Raptor community, all of the off-road events and things like that. And things that build on top of that is everyone always wants, when you go and do these events, you always want memories from it. But a lot of people, if you're not me, because I'm always carrying around a camera, or Sal or Joey are always carrying around a camera, I can't really just live in the moment. But for a lot of people, when you get to go, there's always an option to buy some photos. And usually these are the two guys that are out there in the dust, the dirt, the sun, just, I mean, full-time squinting the entire time, kind of look like George Bush on the side of the on the side of the tracks when I see y'all. But the main thing is like a lot of the great photos that you see on social media are done by these two guys. And then along with that, we also have Krillin, which is a good friend of the and supporter of Raptorstrike. He's out there along with y'all in y'all's high-vis vests doing a lot of the photography. But I guess let's get this thing started. Where did the Raptorstrike or the Raptor community stuff, where did y'all get into that? Like, what's the beginning of that story?
Yeah, so I moved to Texas 2018. Literally the month I moved here, I heard of Raptoberfest. I'm not sure you're familiar with that. It's I think it ended 2019, maybe 2020.
Damn, I got mine in 2022.
Dude, it was unbelievable. Super cool event. Met a bunch of people. I didn't even know Sorrow existed. Didn't know like the community at all. Any of this. So basically, I went to that event. Had a blast. Everything was really cool, and I was like, all right, I was stocked as can be. And then the bug bit me, and I called up Trey. You know, I found out about Trey. Started buying parts. Yada yada yada. Well, then I heard about Texas Raptor runs. I'm like, oh, another Raptoberfest. Cool. And Trey did Raptoberfest, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then I said, hey Brandon, I know you shoot photos, you want to go? And he's like, oh yeah, you know, that sounds pretty cool. And he almost didn't go, actually.
Yeah, I almost did. I told my wife, I was like, man, it just sounds like a lot. Maybe I'm just gonna stay at home.
Yeah. So I dragged him, and
I'm glad I went.
yeah. And basically, I was like, look, man, Trey's a cool dude. You just kind of, you know, talk to him. He'll probably let you shoot some photos, you know, sell them. You know, all the guys are super cool. So we showed up to Whataburger on the way to TRR. And that's where we met the Sorrow crew. And from there, it just spiraled, right? Like, he does photos, I do photos when, you know, my truck's being worked on, or I'm not in the event, or whatever's going on, and the community is just, it's awesome. It's one of the hands down best communities I've ever been in.
Everyone's been really nice, you know, really supportive, especially with me in the photos, or just, you know, giving people rides or answering any questions that you have, and it's just been a great time, honestly.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Wave hello to the camera. One of the things from James Hood, another one of our big supporters, he said, hey guys, one of the good things about being wrong is the joy it brings your friends. And I think we're wrong a lot when we go to the track, especially on what's the speed that we're supposed to take this jump.
Yeah.
That's usually the biggest thing that we're wrong about. Can you tell us a little bit about your truck?
Sure. Yeah, so I have a 2013 Gen 1. Right now I'm on mid-travel. You know, I got the bypasses up front, through the beds in the rear, and then inside I got, you know, a bunch of low ends and goodies and all that fun stuff, sirens and things. I've taken it. I came back in October from Baja. Boy, That was the best trip and the best everything. Like if I can go back to Baja, if I can live in Baja, I would. I have, those pesky things called responsibilities, but yeah, love the truck. I don't daily it now, especially that it's mid. I tow it, that way if I break it, it's already on a trailer, so I'll just drag it back on the trailer and take it home. But yeah.
When the duty works, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. When the duty works. It's F2 Fetty now. Copyright Johnny Yackle.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury yet of having a trailer to take mine.
Hey, you got mine.
I got
anytime you need it, brother. You send the hell out of that truck. We'll use my trailer and drag it home. Trust me.
Oh man, that you're dealing the wrong guy. But at this rate, I mean, I act like I can afford it. So, but I think the hardest I ever drove was at the last ECR event. I mean, taking the short course, and there was no line for it because everyone wants to do the long course.
Everybody was scared of the short course.
I was like, this weekend I'm just gonna learn. I'm gonna start practicing my drifting. The slides.
You did great,
dude. I tried my best. That's all I can say. But some of the things that we started looking at, it's like, okay, I need to work on cooling because like everything just got hot.
100%.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're just spinning the tires.
And it wasn't even hot like temperature wise, right? Yeah. But same thing. ECR, the first year I was there, hitting that rally course, I was manual shifting. I looked down, and it was like lowering power because you're overheating, and I'm like, oh. So yeah, I feel you on that one. Yeah.
Joey?
I'm adjusting.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to the different events, how is your experience are you going to be at Domo?
Yes.
Okay.
I decided recently.
Yes, you are.
I was supposed
coming
to
to Domo.
I applied to be part of the media crew at an event happening at Coda. It's the Impact event for BMW M cars.
But he uses his turn signals, so he's going to come to Domo.
I got approved, and I was like, yo, this is going to be sick. But then I didn't realize before that it's actually on the same day as the next Domo event. So I'm like, man, I have to make a decision. And
it's a simple one.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a little bit, but I think I'm going to have to go to Domo. I'll see if I can just maybe go to the Impact event next year. Because it's just once a year, but it's whatever. I'd rather hang out with the boys. And I already missed ECR 2 weeks ago, so.
No, and it was so good.
I know. I had family stuff going on. So.
The Domo for us was a little bit different because we showed up Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. I did not know what day it was by the time it hit Sunday.
You mean ECR?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, what
yep.
did I say?
You said Domo.
You said Domo.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I was like, damn, you showed up on a Tuesday for a Saturday event?
And then
the whole
drove.
week.
Yeah,
that boy practicing.
No. You're like, damn it, he's still slow.
Still chip the tooth.
But so what would be, I guess for each of y'all, one of the questions would be, when it comes to the 3 different tracks, since y'all have been to each and every one of them, what's like a favorite memory you have from Cycle Ranch, Domo, and ECR?
So I would say, I don't know about a favorite memory. My memory is horrible, but I guess the feeling that I got.
Hey, your name's Brandon, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was Robert. No, I'm not ugly. But no, Cycle Ranch holds a special place in my heart because that is the first Raptor track that I attended and took pictures with. So just getting to know that track, and we've been there for years, and it was just really cool meeting everyone there and kind of getting more comfortable with the track and all the people, and it's just cool seeing how much things have changed from the first time that we went to recently. Unfortunately, it's maybe changed a little bit too much with the track and the jump and stuff, but it is what it is. TRR, that is just a huge event, and I think that in itself is something worthy to kind of tell other people to try and get them to go out. The first year also was really cool. We did the long track once because it was over an hour.
Long track takes it feels like 7 hours.
It feels like 7 hours.
You know what? I love TRR. The track is like 70-80% rocks, and for me personally, I despise rocks. Rocks make me skinny pedaled like to the floor. I hate them. I just want to get over them. So I always destroy a set of tires. The first year I ripped off my Corsa. Trey drug it out and gave it back to me. But
After everyone drove over it, of course.
Yeah, it's got some memories on it. But yeah, TRR is that long course. You know, I usually run it at like one lap, and then I hit the short courses a million times.
Yeah,
You know?
we do that the rest of the weekend.
Those are less exhausting and little less wear and tear, I guess, on my tires, because I always have to plan in every single TRR. I'm completely destroying a brand new set of rear tires, and I do. I chunk the living hell out of my tires, and everybody's like, "Oh, get this brand." I'm like, you don't understand the way I drive in the rocks. I just I
Choose
hate
them up.
I just floor it every time I see rocks. We're in it, and he's over in the passenger seat, like peeing his pants. But like, you know what?
In a good way.
In a good way. I don't know how that works.
I
But
didn't know
okay.
there was a difference.
But yeah, so TRR is a fun event. For me, I'd have to each track. So Cycle Ranch. I think my favorite time at Cycle Ranch. Here's the thing: I love Cycle Ranch because it's always an unscripted event, right? Even when we have an event, it's not like so official feeling, right? We're not racing. We're just hanging out and having a good time. You just get in your truck, run it. There's been times where I'm there and I'm hot lapping like 3 or 4 laps, right? And that's a blast. So I think my favorite event would have to be the one where I was an unofficial host, myself and Johnny. We did, I think it started like 9 in the morning and we left at 9:30 at night. We did night runs all day. Ian's wife, Lane, I always call him Ian because his name looks like Ian. Lane's wife cooked us. They slaughtered a goat on the property, cooked it. She cooked all this bomb food. Like, it was
Delicious.
amazing. Like truffles and all this, that was just a really fun event. I was exhausted after that event, but that was a blast. That was such a good event. TRR, probably my first year. That was probably the only year I really stood out to me. I had a good time, met all the crew, hung out with everybody, got this joker to come out with me. We popped my tailgate off and walked it through the hotel, put it in the elevator and took it up to the room because I forgot to take it off prior to the event.
Good cuddle buddy.
So what you're saying is
yeah.
I should take my tailgate off at
Always
Domo.
hashtag
Yes.
tailgate delete. Period.
And
Take them off.
It'll look good for photos.
It will. It always looks better, in my opinion. Plus, I mean, it's just weight, right? We don't need that stuff. Yeah. So, some of the other tracks. Rally Ready. I love the Jumping for Joy event, simply because they open the woods. I love the woods section. I love absolutely coming up that hill where you turn into a giant dirt pile. You come up that hill and just absolutely put it to the floor. You hit that jump. I broke like windshield wiper reservoirs, all kinds of stuff on that jump. But the woods, it's real tight and you're just barely squeezing through, but you're going like a buck through there. That is a blast.
I was too chicken to run into the woods. on
Really?
That my first year out at Jumping for Joy.
It's tight.
Really?
Yeah,
Real
it was.
tight.
I did not trust my driving skills at that point. I did that first little short area, and then took that first turn. I'm like, no, I'm not doing as much as I really want to. I know I'm immediately hitting that first post on that first turn into the woods. Like, they're gonna have to take me out of there with like a backhoe.
It wouldn't be the worst thing that happened that tour.
No.
No?
There's been
No,
some stuff
there's-
happen there. But yeah, I love the Jumping for Joys, and of course for the cause, right? We always pile up as many toys as we possibly can. That's fantastic. What are some other tracks we got?
ECR. I love
ECR.
how much promise ECR has. And just the extra room that they still have that they haven't touched
Sure.
to make any more tracks yet. Like, it's exciting to hear all the plans that they have. It's exciting to see all the buildings that they're making. Like, it's just so much out there, and it's just a big old wonderland for these grown ass adults.
Right. It is. Yeah. ECR is really cool. Brody, all the guys, they're great. You can
Shout out,
see
Brody.
every time I go to an event with them, I'm just watching how they progress as drivers. Weston had a Bronco DR and some other trucks, but he literally sent that Gen 3 higher and further than that Bronco DR on that short course jump. And I was just like, wow, he knows the speeds. He knows where to hit it. He knows how to come around. He was coming around the corner sideways so fast that he was able to hit that jump at like 65, 70, and it just soared and
still
landed.
drove away.
Oh, he landed completely perfect on the downside of that tabletop. It was beautiful.
Really good picks out there.
So yeah, that's a really cool track. You know, it's hard to cover alone from a photography standpoint.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
I remember your stories from the first, what was it, Turf Wars?
Oh,
yeah, I was the only one out there. 3 different tracks. I didn't have anything to move. Yeah, I didn't have anything to move around with. Everyone was going to a different track that I wasn't on. I'm like, hey, is anybody coming out here?
It was like over 100 too.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot. Well, we should have gotten drone footage of you just like, and back to the Brandon cam.
Just running, sprinting through the track, hoping nobody hits me.
Yeah, so they've progressed. They give us side-by-sides now, which is great.
So much more convenient to get around.
You know, it was my first one with that side-by-side. Normally I'm driving at ECR. So I was able to like realize, okay, everybody wants the jump pick on the rally. Then you can get in and shoot right over here, get the jump pick on the short and blah, blah, blah. But like you said, nobody was running the short course.
Me. When
I saw you 100 times.
When my shift come out, I was like, all right, short course, here I come.
Yeah.
And also, nobody gave me any walkie-talkies. So nobody told me where people were at or when there was lunch breaks or anything. And I have like no cell service over there.
You were
I
the
tell this
stepchild.
guy to text me.
He's
like, hey, let me know when
starving,
everyone's leaving.
dehydrated.
Nobody tells me anything.
He's like out there in the middle of the night, like, guys.
Starts
Anybody?
camping.
Are we still running?
No
Guys,
night runs.
guys, it's
Well,
dark out here.
it's you know how dark it is.
Guys, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, I have a video that we're trying to put together for that event, but it's so choppy, and we're doing so much stuff that it's gonna time jump throughout the whole 4 or 5 days that we were out there. But it was pitch black, and we're doing the night runs on Friday. It's me, Kyle, Kevin, Gumby, and Sal, and we're all at the starting line waiting for people. All of our trucks are off. There's no lights. Our eyes have already adjusted to the moon. We're like, I guess nobody wants to run or something. So finally, I think Brody gets on the radio and he's like, hey guys, are we done? Or like, is there anybody at the starting line? Because everyone thinks we're done. And we're like, dude, we've been waiting here for people to show up. And he goes, turn your trucks on with all the lights so they know. We're like, oh, we didn't even know that we could see each other, but y'all can't see us from way over there at the pit lane.
Coordination is still something they're working on. And it's
Yeah,
okay.
you know, and the funny thing is Brody always looks at me and he's like, we'll do a meeting every morning like you asked, and we'll talk about.
You don't tell me that. I need a meeting with them every freaking time.
We didn't get no meeting. He just told me that to make me feel better about myself.
Yep. Those guys are too busy.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
And you know that's something I let him know is like we need somebody that's under you two. That way we know what you know, and because trying to get you during an event, and it's not his fault. But trying to get him during an event or Weston, it's
chaotic.
It's chaos.
It's completely chaotic.
There's so much going on and so much to cover, like you're saying. It's just hard to even get like 2 words with him. If you do, you got to be like running by the side of the R&R truck that he's in.
Literally.
He's like, please, tell me what's going on. But still, like you're saying, a lot of it's still up and coming, and every time we go out there, it gets better and better, and that's great because that goes to another point of like with the stuff with Raptorstrike and the things that y'all do, y'all's photos and the way that R&R, ECR track, how it's going, Domo, the passion is there and you can see it, and that's what draws people to these events is. You know, how much enthusiasm they have. And then once you're there, it's not like, oh, thanks for paying for your ticket. All right. Bye-bye. No, it's like they're there. They're excited. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, do you want to do a ride in an R&R truck? We'll show you the track. And, you know, their biggest thing is like have a good time. Come out and, you know, you don't have to drive fast. We just have to know that you're not driving fast so we don't put like Kenny behind a new driver and then Kenny just starts
with a death wish.
So I mean he gets on it, and once his foot hits that gas pedal, it's not coming off until the end of the track.
Nope. That man
It's
has
like
a death
go-kart.
wish. No, I asked him, I said, bro, are you trying to kill yourself? And he's like, hey, it'd be a way to go. And he just like opened his arms. I'm like, dude, okay. Like he hauls around that track. I think he's got something to prove with that little rally truck of his.
I mean, he's probably one of the best drivers that I know. And I mean,
you know what's funny about that? He'll tell you straight up. He'll tell you it has nothing to do with me. It's the truck. and that could be the truth. I don't know, right? But when he moved here, the first time really off-roading for him was at Cycle Ranch when he did donuts in the middle of the track by
Didn't
accident.
he spin out too?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
And now you watch him at ECR. I mean, he went there
Flying.
like you guys did, the turf ward. He was there early, and he hit that rally course. He had the fastest time for a year until Weston, like he lives there now.
Yeah,
so
you better hit that. You better have the best time on that track.
So Weston went out, and it took him all day apparently, but he got like a second or two faster than Kenny, and I'm like, man alive, that truck, man.
I drove his truck one time, and it is a go-kart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
In 4-wheel drive, that thing will just you turn the
Yeah.
wheel, and it goes the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And the fact that he lets anyone drive it is awesome.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
he's such a cool
here's the
dude.
keys.
It's like the keys are in it. Just take it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
And I mean the fun. I'm not that brave, but I'm brave enough to where I'm like, here's the keys if somebody needs it. Like if you want to run on the track, sure, go ahead. Just remember you bring you by it. you bring
Shout
it
out,
by it.
Chrissy.
Yeah, Chrissy, awesome. We still got that footage and
Has it come out yet?
Yeah, it is.
It is
it's
out yet?
I didn't even realize I scheduled it. I uploaded it. To
I
see
scheduled
if,
it.
Oh, you scheduled it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
I didn't remember for when I scheduled it, but I scheduled it.
It's up, and Gumby. Okay, let me go back because we're already getting excited and I'm talking fast. Everybody watching is like, I don't even know what he's talking about. He's just talking at this point. We have footage from ECR back in January of 2024 or 2025 this year, and since I was working the event, I gave my keys to Gumby's wife, Chrissy, and I told her, it's your truck for the weekend. If you need to go somewhere, Gumby's he's gonna want to be on the track. If you need to go to the store or you want to go back to the hotel or whatever, here's my keys. It's your truck. I'm in an R&R truck, so can you do the parade lap? Because I'd like to be in pictures. Because I'm gonna be in an R&R truck. Can you go run it on the track? So Brandon ended up riding with Chrissy. And he rode with Gumby as well. And then Brandon and I rode with Gumby on the tracks. And the funny part is, I think Chrissy's long track, the rally track, her time was like 7 minutes 26 seconds.
She did great.
She was great.
Speed demon.
But like you can see, just like she was on a Sunday scroll. She was having a good time. She was cheesing, man. She had smile ear to ear. Gumby did the short track, drove to the long track. So we sat and talked with Kyle for a little bit, and I think he did it in he did both tracks in 6 minutes 42 seconds. Like.
He also has 900 horsepower.
And
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It could be more.
It's probably more.
Wait,
It's
what,
Gumby
it
power.
could be
Yeah,
The
it's Gumby
Bronco?
power.
the Raptor R.
Oh, he.
Put the Whipple on it.
So
Yeah, the
he's
Whipple.
got the upgraded Whipple,
Yeah.
and he had import polished.
Oh,
And
the
he's
Gumby treatment.
and he's running dual coolers.
that's insane.
So like he's still
I
like
did- I
20,
thought it was still
20 degrees
stock.
below. Oh, we got Jake. That's a full studio. It is a full studio. I'm on a bar stool.
Yeah,
It's warm in here. It smells.
we actually have 3 dead bodies in the corner. You can't see, but yeah, we're
behind
really
the
full.
engine.
It reeks in here.
They're the guys that didn't buy the photos. They put the photos with the watermarks.
I didn't want to bring it up.
No.
He still owes me a ride, so it's okay.
Hey, it's you still me right. Jake actually popped a tire, or like DB'd a tire at ECR, and I remember them saying that third gen's on the track with a pop tire.
Oh, that was after the jump on the rally, right?
It was on
Over by that hill.
No, it was on the turn
no, it was
by
on
the
the short
pond.
track.
Oh, got
Was
it.
that 2 weeks
Short
ago
track.
or
short
the
track?
first-
Yeah, short
or
track.
earlier
Oh, I
this
thought he
year?
was on the long track.
No, he was on the short track and he popped a tire, chasing Brody.
Oh, okay.
You'll have that.
Yeah. So at the other side of the other part of that is I have a video of right when Jake got there, and he texts me and he's like, "Yo, where you at?" And I'm like, "I'm in a spotter spot, so you're gonna have to wait." So he comes up on the short track. I'm like, "Hey, I'm on the short track. There's nobody here. There's no wait. So if you want to just hop on the track." He was with his dad, so I hopped in the bed of the truck and I'm filming, and you see him coming up, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess he's just doing a quick lap to remember the short track." And he slows down on a turn, and I see the window roll down.
It looked black to me.
He slows
Brody.
down even more, and all you see is like hands waving. I was like, "Look at that! That's wholesome, but press the gas. press the gas, please, before we both get in trouble.
Black third gen was a call by Sal. Insulting.
Yeah.
So let me guess, antimatter blue.
Yeah.
They're black.
It's black.
Yeah.
Especially
black.
if you see Johnny Yackle, do not let him know it's blue ever.
The black is black.
Literally, if it's in the noon like sun and it is gleaming blue, tell him, damn, bro, nice black truck. It's what we do.
How'd you get the black paint to look blue?
Perfect.
It's the only time it kind of looks blue.
At
is in
least
the
we all
sun.
agree with that. Yes. Tell him his Super
It's
Duty
reflecting the sky.
is the same. Tell him same. Because he's got matching Super Duty and trucks. Tell him it's black too.
I know he was saying that he wanted his girlfriend to get an expedition with the antimatter, and she's like, I don't like the black color.
Yeah, dude. Nia loves when we give him crap. She just feeds on it. It's just great.
That's how she survives.
Yeah.
Black third. See, and that's what I heard. Black third gen. And the first thing I thought was like, well, that can't be Jake. And then by the time we got back, because that Ranger broke down, the funny part about that is I met him on Instagram, and he had another Ranger that he had anime stickers along the sides. And for the longest time, we were trying to meet up. And he finally came out to ECR.
That's cool.
And,
that was another cool thing, right? They had
yeah.
a bunch of just diversity of trucks
Oh,
and
yeah.
vehicles and
Great seeing
rally
all the different
cars.
stuff there.
Yeah.
It really is.
That was fun.
And you can see that up from our January video. We have that one up now. That one's the funny part about that one is that one was 37 minutes long, and there's a lot of clips that aren't even in there that we're uploading separately, like an interview with Texas Made 135. He has that red 4Runner that he lost a fender. You know, he did an interview with Sal.
That's a cool build.
That is a cool build.
It's a great build, but the funny part is like he kept breaking it, and he'll get in line at the short track, and he's like, dude, after this one, like, black flag me, get me off, like, don't let me run anymore. And I'm like, okay, just remember, you told me to
Like an
not
alcoholic,
let you
it's the
run.
last one.
Yeah.
It's the last one.
That's the problem. When you say this is the last one, that's when stuff breaks. You never say that. Never.
So he got in line, he ran it, and then lo and behold, I see this little red 4Runner coming up the staging area.
All sad.
Coming up, and then he gets back in line. I was like, no, you told me not to let you run. Why are you in line again? And he's like, dude. And he had a passenger, you know, really pretty passenger, and he's like, please, just let me go.
Just one time, please.
Just this
He's
one
scratching
time.
his neck just one time.
Like, just one pat. I was like, all right, go, like, y'all have fun. Go
He's
ahead.
like, y'all got any more of them laps?
Yeah, I got him. So he did a lap, and then
Use protection, please.
10 minutes later, he comes back again. And he has another passenger. I was like, you told me the last one. He's like, no, this is it. I'm going to do this one. That's going to be it. I go, no, you got to do one more. And he's like, why? I go, take me for a ride, man. Like, you've been doing these laps. You tell me to stop. I go, at least take me for a ride.
Noah's over here like, I'm pretty too.
Yeah, me too. Am I pretty? No, what am I, chopped liver? I'm just standing
It's like
here.
a grown-ups where it's like the two pretty ones.
And the one off to the side.
And then there's Noah.
I'm just like, hey, man. Yeah, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. But no, a big thing about the events is like just like you had mentioned, once you show up, everyone that's there really just embraces, and it's like it's really your choice to to either stay or to like just continue, because no one's ever going to be like, go away, like we don't like, get away from us. You can walk up to any of those circles and then just start talking or
just
listen
ask-
in. Yeah.
Seriously, it's such a great community.
Yeah. I'll never forget, right? And we were just talking about this a little bit ago. I broke down on the way to TRR. Long story. Truck shut off, electrical issues. I burned wires in my cab. It was a long story. And I did know Bubba from Exodus. He had just re-geared. Well, his guys did. They re-geared my truck to 488s. We're driving along with the Sorrow crew. There's like 10 or 12 of us in this convoy heading to TRR. My truck just goes, we're done. Shuts off while we're going 85, right? So I pull off. I see Bubba go by with the Bronco on a trailer. All of a sudden my phone rings. He doesn't even have my phone number. He got it from the shop. He's like, hey man, I'm turning around to come get you, you know, so you can come to TRR. Let's put it on the back. And I'm like, well, no, man, you're towing the Bronco. He's like, we can drive the Bronco. Okay, man, thanks, appreciate it. Let me fill your gas tank. Nah, man, I'm already heading that way. You know, like he wouldn't even let me do anything. And I tried multiple times. So we get to TRR, we unload my non-working truck, mess with it a little bit, and then Gumby just comes walking up. I didn't know Gumby either. Hey man, take my trailer, take it home, you know? Get this thing home. And I'm just like, in my head prior to all that, I'm like, okay, one, how the hell am I getting this thing home? Right? I already have my mid kit on, so it's super wide. I got to get some sort of special flatbed or, something to get it. Okay, me, I'm going to rent a trailer. Wife's at home with the kids. She's got the Super Duty. Like, all this stuff was going through, and it was just solved, like, just by the community. Like, they just, here, take my trailer. I'm not using it. Just bring it back,
So willing to help and pitch in any way they could.
Eric, right? He come up during that whole thing. Eric in Houston. He, one of the best Raptor mechanics I've ever met in my life. Affordable Auto Solutions. You have any issues, take your truck there. From a mechanical standpoint, he wouldn't stop working on my truck. And I told him, I said, look, brother, you're here to have a good time. Go. He's like, well, I think it's this. I think it's this. I don't know. And he just kept going. And he's like, I don't have my tools to do this. I said, it's okay, man. Like, just go have a good time.
You had like 5 different people trying to solve it.
Yeah. And I told him eventually, I said, look, it's cool. Like, just give me your card, and I did. I ended up taking it to him. And it's funny, like, you got people that geek out on tech or, anime or any of this stuff, right? This man kept thanking me for taking this problem to him. He's like, dude, this is fun. I mean, he tore my entire interior. He stripped the entire truck down to the metal on the inside. He's like, thank you so much. This is driving me nuts because I can't figure it out, but I'm gonna. And he just kept at it. And he's sending me pictures, and he's like, dude, this is so fun. And I'm just like, what's wrong with this guy, man? Like this guy's nuts, but he isn't. He's damn good. He's been doing it 27 years, master tech. He took a bunch of guys from Ford with him, opened a giant shop, and I'm telling you, he will fix anything. He fixed it. And the funny thing was, he fixed it. I pick it up 2.5 hours away in Houston. I'm driving it home, and it does the same thing on the way home. This time, I didn't pull over like it said to. Right?
Keep going.
So I just kept going. It was 105 out, and when this whole thing happened, everything shuts down except the heater turns on. So it's 105. I'm rolling the windows down on the highway. The sun's coming in. I got a red burn on my knee.
Got home a new man, lost 10 pounds
Bro,
on that drive.
I get home, and I'm like, on the way, I call him, and he goes, all right. He goes, I'm coming out your way actually this weekend. He's like, I'll stop by Sunday, and we'll fix it. He came to my driveway. He showed me exactly where it was, what it was. And then it dawned on us, it was me. It was my fault. My exhaust is cut, as all you know. It sounds very loud. But there was a part that was flared up. So the heat from the road, the exhaust, all that on the bottom of the cab literally melted covers off of my wires. And the wires were touching the cab and shutting the whole computer down. So basically, he put a whole new harness, everything in that entire truck. And then we pulled it all apart again, and we went like this, and the truck fired on. So then I had to go through every single little strand of wire and wrap them all, and then put fire stuff under them, and change my exhaust to fire down, and all this fun stuff. But yeah, the community, man, it's insane.
The exhaust was a heat gun, basically.
It was a heat gun. Yeah, and you know what? I was blaming him half the trip. I mean, I wasn't, but I like giving him crap, I'm like, Brandon, you were in the passenger seat when it shut off. What'd you kick? Did you kick something?
Yeah, because we were doing rollers with everyone else that were with us.
He's like, yeah, I kicked rocks walking because the truck kept shutting off.
Yeah, it's a great community. Awesome dudes. Everyone's in just completely different. And, ECR, TRR, you get people from all over the United States.
Yep.
And different, just everything. Trucks, different styles, different everything. And it's a really cool community. Yeah, definitely.
Like in January for ECR, you had the Honda with the Active Aero. You had the 2 Toyota MR2s. You had the Toyota Yaris, which we gave them one of our.
We gave them the DJI Pocket camera,
and they did a ride along with it on the inside. And I mean, there's so much to do. It's like even doing a 4-day event, it's just not enough time. It's not enough time.
And you always have all this stuff in your head you're gonna do before you get to the event, and you do like 10% of it. Yeah. At least me, right? I always bring my GoPro. Where does it end up?
In the bag that you never took out?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna film this, and then like Sunday night we're driving home. Like, hey, do we even film anything? Like, no. We had a blast though. It's cool.
It's all in here.
It's all here.
It's all in here.
We hit that jump at 200. It's cool. Know?
Look at Noah's tooth. That's how you'll know what happened. But But yeah, that's also been something that we're trying to learn the balance on when it comes to filming and being out at an event. The one part is actually enjoying the event, and the other side of it is like, okay, we do a lot of YouTube, so we need to film. And then you forget to film. And then just like the situation we're in right now for the scavenger hunt event at ECR, I'm going to piece together these things of just saying, like, here's throughout the day what we did when I had time to pull my phone out and record of like, hey.
Or sometimes
here's what I'm
you
doing.
forget to hit the record button, right?
It's tough. It just hides sometimes, you know.
The funny part is I did it backwards where I hit the record button and I hit it again because I forgot to hit the first time. And then when you hit it to end the recording, you start recording, you get the tailgate of the truck, and you're like,
Yeah, and you got like a 3-second video of nothing. It's like 12 minutes of recording, but you didn't record any of it.
I got plenty of those.
yeah. I guess so. Sal, with your new Raptor swap,
What about it?
when are we gonna get a good photo from one of these guys with it catching air?
Taking it to Domo?
Saturday.
I'm not taking my truck Saturday.
Why not?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm filming.
He's going.
I'm
We're going in one truck this time.
Yeah, we're going in one
We're
truck
going
because I
in
want
one
to take
truck.
pictures.
Well, you know, if you take yours, you could take rollers of his on the way over there, and vice versa.
Yeah, but I've also gotten like 3 rollers of his.
Well, then he can get rollers of yours.
See, the worst part is like we can do really good rollers when it's not either of our vehicles.
Yeah.
We're driving and it's like, why is it? We did the exact same thing we did with
Kenny's truck.
Kenny's truck,
Mhm.
which Kenny already knows. But I was like, Kenny, I almost rear-ended Sal with that camera.
It's just
He's
so
like,
tiny.
Get closer, get closer, get closer, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know.
It's got such a wide angle, and then it's like
It looks so far, but it's
he has
not.
to basically get right there.
Right. Yeah. Well, you guys gonna hit the convoy with us, Sorrow?
I didn't realize there was gonna be a convoy.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're.
Noah, there's a convoy for Domo.
Oh, thank you. Joey, did you know there's a
Hey.
convoy, Joey?
so guys, we're doing a convoy.
Hey, did y'all
for Domo.
know that this is our live studio audience? Did y'all know that there's a convoy going?
Convoy. You guys should join the convoy.
So, yeah, we're gonna meet up at Bucky's Saturday morning, 6
Bussies.
a.m. We're gonna roll out at 6:30. So Brandon will be there at 6:29, and he'll have to
take a
use,
poop.
I'll
use
be
the,
there at
use the
6:31.
facilities. He'll have to use the facilities after
20
the
minutes.
breakfast burritos. But yeah, we're gonna roll out about 6:30. That way we get there right around 9. Domo.
Give me some chalky milk.
The other side of that is we're taking our
Lactose
our
intolerant.
trailer again.
Oh,
So like if
nice.
y'all need to take tools or anything, just let us know and load them everything in the trailer, and then we'll just take it in the back of my truck.
You should get
Nah,
stuff for
Brandon can drive himself. We don't need to
yeah.
put him in your trailer.
We'll give you the one wheel.
He's the only tool I know. So.
Yeah, I fit anywhere really. You can put me anywhere.
You're gonna record in a black box on the inside. You're like, all right, we're on our way to Domo. Like the camera's on right now, but you just
They don't
can't
know I'm
see
in
anything.
here.
Let's hope that he doesn't hit the brake too hard.
Yeah, and the thing is, I haven't run Domo yet. Last time I was there, what was it, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Well, you were running a little bit.
Yeah, I was running a little to get across the track with my feet.
like Brandon at ECR.
So
There you go.
yeah, right.
The
You know,
Patamobile.
the cool thing is, the guy from Domo, right? The owner, I always forget his name.
Me too.
Yes. He come out, he talked to all of us. Hey, you know, what did you like? What did you not like? Blah, 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 blah. I hear from everybody, we want whoops, we want whoops. Guess what's there? We have whoops. So, you know, he's listening. He wants to build this place into this, like, awesome premiere. It's,
Off-road megaplex,
yeah,
basically.
it's Anna racetrack.
on-road, yeah.
Yeah. He wants to do ECR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he want to do F1? Isn't that what they're
no
building? it
way.
The-
That would be
The
sick.
designers of the on-road track are big names in the F1 designer track.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
So
So they're trying to get that thing just to another level, and I can't wait. The thing, have you looked? They have a yearly membership. It's like $320, and you can go whenever you want off road, whenever they're open.
I need to look into that.
It's
I
only
need-
2.5 hours from us. It's not horrible,
It's not bad at all.
right?
Oh.
No.
So
And-
you know,
and we can tie that back into like the community of when they did the very first event at Domo. You know, Tone reached out through Instagram and he's like,
Yeah.
hey, we'd love for y'all guys to come out. You know, I don't even remember how the thing started. Oh, I think it was because they postponed it. So
Yes,
they sent
did.
it to the
Right.
Raptorstrike.
They had snow, I remember, in Austin. Yep.
They sent it to the Raptorstrike Instagram, and so we started talking from the flashbang. They started messaging us from there, and I had talked to them like, hey, is there anything that we can help out with? We can start sharing posts, or we can do kind of like a DJ service. We can play music. We can do this. They're like, well, actually, we would really like for y'all to do a podcast here on site, and so. For me, when it comes to like the Raptorstrike stuff, I never lie. I tell you, we're a small brand, we're a small social media YouTube platform. And so for him to come out and say like, hey, we've seen your truck. We like the anime. We want you to come out and do like an interview people. And so it was really weird because I'm like, well, how did he hear about us?
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from? And, I had a meeting with them through like the Google Teams, and it came out to be Victor. And he's like, Victor talks really highly about you guys. He said that y'all are a team of 3. Y'all go out to the events. Y'all always show up. You're just like filming and having fun. And he's like, well, I heard through Victor. Victor said that y'all needed to be out here. So, we'd love for y'all to come. So it's that thing where it just starts building on top of that. And I really enjoy the community to the point where it's, hell, we're going to do a plate sale for XYZ. Our what are the like the parades for like the kids, the terminally ill, like the kid loves trucks. Can we get some trucks together? I mean, in a heartbeat, everyone would just
100%
be there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the big things that we like to support. I mean, and then when it comes to you guys being out there, because y'all, like, yes, you have y'all's business of photography. Y'all do the photos and everything. But it ties back into the passion of it. Like, y'all aren't just there like...
Yeah.
Speaking of, this one's in the market for a Raptor, right?
Yes.
He's sick of trying to jump his Volkswagen, and he's ready to get in that Gen Juan. You know what I mean?
The bump stops don't work anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an anime Raptor for sale. If you're...
Maybe that's why Johnny ran over my laptop. He thought it was a bump stop.
Yeah.
There you go. Could be what it is. Shout out to Johnny. Need a new laptop.
There's a 2012 F-150 outside that's for sale.
Very nice. Very nice.
He's like, I don't want any of those, either of the. I've seen how both of y'all drive.
Trying to get the Gumby special.
The Gumby special, man.
The crinkled fenders.
Hey, man, but that one's also still for sale for anybody.
I thought it'd be under your name art by now.
Dude, if I could, I would. And like every time I'm like, hey, guess what? I'll text Gumby. I'm like, guess what? And he's like, you're coming to Tower Lake to come pick up this truck. I'm like, dude, the moment I win the lottery, I'm going to the shop. I'm like,
I don't think a firm goes that high.
I'm gonna hit the record for it. I'll tell you that right now. I think what makes it feel worse is when I sign into the app and they're like, you owe. I'm like, I didn't even think y'all went that high.
Yeah. We don't look at that page.
No, we don't. We just we swipe fast on that one. Your purchasing power is 7,000.
Are there any a-holes in the community? Yeah, I mean, we all have them.
They can't be saints.
Physically.
Some are dirty.
Nah, but like, I haven't come across anybody that's caused any issue.
Really?
That's what I'm trying to. I'm not trying to say it's the greatest, most saint community.
Not everyone's a saint.
But nobody's
we get
caused
along.
trouble. We haven't.
I think it's a
fights.
common consensus where it's like if there was that one person, they just never show up again.
Yeah,
They usually get called
because
out.
like,
Yeah.
think about this community as just that group of dudes that, and there's girls. There's some gals there.
Guys and gals.
Everybody.
We completely
And Brandon.
give his
Whatever I am.
hint this, and basically we give each other so much crap that you either fit in or you don't, right? It's not like oh, look, he's got 5 LP9s and a Hemi under the hood or something, right? Like, it has nothing to do with it. It's more like, oh, dude, look, Noah's got a GTR sticker on his truck. That's hilarious,
Or check this guy out.
Right? But,
Yeah.
and then we give him crap for it. And it's hilarious. Like, everybody loves it. And it, if you wanted to be soft and cry, you probably wouldn't show up again. Right?
I'm not coming.
He still cries, but
I cry on the inside.
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably what it is. We all know how to just keep it all inside and ball it up and
Yourself.
explode on
That's
the
why
track.
we go to the track. Yeah.
That's why
So
we
you
break
go punch
parts.
some drywall.
It is dirt therapy. When people say that, it is.
100%.
I feel it. I haven't been on the dirt since Baja in October. And I am.
That's way too long.
That's
for
why
you.
I'm sitting here telling this dude, yeah, I'm going to take my truck to Domo. And he's just like, don't, you're going to break it. I need shock rebuilds, by the way. There's nothing wrong with my truck right now. I literally just need 6 shock rebuilds. And I'm just, like, okay, I do want to run it, but.
The only place you're taking your truck is to the parking lot.
We'll see. We'll see.
No.
That's going to be like me for Jumping for Joy in 2023 when I was like, I didn't sign up. And we showed up. We didn't bring anything extra.
He's like, I'm not gonna run the truck.
Tell the story, Joey.
We get there, and we have all our luggage in the back of his truck. It's only one. We're all in his truck, and we get there. He's like, I'm not gonna run the truck. I don't feel like it. I don't want to mess anything up. This is when he's like still the first year of owning it. No, second year of owning it. We get there and we're signing in, and we brought the toys. And he's like, can we still sign to start running? Like, can we run on the track? And I look at him. I'm like, I'm standing next to him. I'm like, what are you doing? And he signs the waiver.
You have to ask.
In front.
You're already there.
Yeah,
you
it's
have to
because
ask.
it was for the toys, right? In case you tripped and fell when you were like delivering the toys.
Yeah.
It was the
And
waiver was
then-
for that.
That's why I dressed like the Grinch
So-
the next last year.
To be able to run on the track, or for him to run on the track, we had to go get all our luggage and put it in the back of Brody's Expedition.
Shout out Brody again.
It's your boy, Brody.
That's my boy.
That was pretty funny.
And then I did maybe 4 or 5 laps.
Was that like your first off-road with
No,
that truck?
no.
Or?
The first off road was at Psycho Ranch for Raptors on the Ranch in January 2023.
January. That was my first event as a photographer.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
dude.
We all. And
That's when
I
both of you came out. Of
that's when I showed up in
closet.
costume. I showed up in costume.
I heard it.
Cause I mean we shared with the what did you say?
What?
I
Say
heard
We
what?
both came out
He's like, when y'all both came out of the closet.
for the Raptor community. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, that's a big ass closet.
Everybody
We're
else
both
knew
in there.
already.
I do some things for Gen 1. I'll tell you what.
So
Grease my palms.
Bucks is 20
Forget a
bucks.
Klondike bar.
yeah,
A lot of things for a Gen 1.
from
James Hood.
Sergeant Hood. Truck guys don't like drama. Shut up and drive. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's-
buddy.
Amen to that. Yep, that's
yeah.
true.
The only thing you don't want to hear on the track is uh-oh. I know that one from
And-
experience.
Yeah, we really do. I remember when we unofficially hosted that Cycle Ranch event, there was a couple people that came out that had never ever been off-road. I wish I can remember his name. He has a Gen 2, super cool guy, he and his wife.
Love.
And he hit me up prior and he's like, dude, I've never off-roaded. I said, that's cool, no big deal. Like, come on out, I'll take you around the track a couple times, right? And I went around once, got a nice squeal yell out of his wife, and he's like, oh, we hit the jump, because let's be honest, that jump, Cycle Ranch, bring it back. It's epic.
Please.
Bring it back.
The one in the back?
The main
Please.
big one,
The
yeah.
main
Yeah.
jump
And
for
from
all
what
the legendary pictures. The jump. That
From
we
what
had.
I've heard, they have redone the track.
I hope so.
So, anyway, you see that jump.
From January?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
You come around the corner, you can get up to, like 85, 90, 100 on that straight, but you see that jump, and it's like a 15-foot wall.
You don't see anything after
And
the
it don't
jump.
matter how many, I've hit that jump 60,000 times.
Yes. Easy.
Every single time you get the same feeling.
Yes.
Like, I'm about to just,
It
I'm
never
about to die.
it never gets easier.
Never-
It
yeah.
only gets worse at night. That's when it gets
Oh,
crazier.
That's when I come out. Boy, I love the
See?
night runs.
See, he came out too.
Yeah, I
He only
did.
comes out at night.
Right, I'm like a werewolf. I come out at night. You know?
A gay werewolf.
Legit.
Ow.
Oh.
So
It's not a.
Oh.
It's a different full moon that brings him out.
Oh yeah.
Something else is
Oh, see, this is why I brought him to TRR and this community. He doesn't even have a truck,
I do not.
but
That-
this is why.
I want one
that's
because of these
another thing.
guys.
There's more something that I really love seeing is that there's more and more people going to these events without trucks, or they'll show up with like a Chevy Silverado, they'll park it and they're like, I'm ready. Like this is freaking awesome.
Yes. His buddy Gabe lived here, Texas, went to TRR with us 5 months later.
I think so.
Bought a 2014.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gen 1,
Gen 1.
terrain.
So
Super jealous. I
Yep.
want one just like it.
a lot of people, and that's cool too. A lot of people don't understand these trucks from the factory, what they're even capable of. You take a stock truck to Cycle Ranch, I mean, you can hit it 55. you're not going to break anything. It's a solid platform, especially the way that tabletop was. You hit the other side.
It was perfectly set up.
Yep.
It was.
It's smooth. Everything's great. And I took them around, got the squeal out of her, got the oh my gosh out of him, did it again. And then it wasn't 5 or 6 jumps in. She was driving his truck, sending it. And then I see them over talking with Kyle and Johnny, like, here we go. We're buying parts. I'm like, oh boy. Like, here we go.
We're like the truck community mafia is what it is. Like, all right, you want in, you want a sundial, from Hercules. You want a Raptor? Well, then you can go to that guy and you can start modifying. If you want to do something crazy, you can go to him. Or
you want to poop your pants? Gary's over there. He'll take you around the track in his 65-foot tall Chevy Jeeparado Raptor.
Oh, the like the camo,
See, you don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It doesn't know what
With
it is.
the monkey in the back.
Yeah, the pink monkey.
It's just confused.
I'll never forget. We were at Cycle. We were at Cycle, and we're chilling, kind of in a group. And there's this girl. I didn't even know who she was. She was new, and I hear her talking, and she's like, "Oh, I want to go ride with Gary or whatever." She had heard, Gary. I said, you gotta go to the bathroom? And she kind of gave me this weird, I didn't even know this. She gave me this weird look like, I'm like, no, go now. Because Gary will get whatever is in you out of you and you can't hold it in. That man is wild. Okay, he's rolled 3 times since I've known him. At least 3 times with that thing. But he also...
I don't know which one that is.
Built it like a tank.
It's that Chevy
I
weird
could probably
thing.
find
It's
the
like
picture.
really tall.
Yeah, it's a Jeep Chevy, and he's got, it looks like a monster truck, but with small tires. It is the epitome of rednecker.
It's that race truck.
I'll show you
at
here in a
Cycle
minute.
Ranch.
He is the nicest guy on earth too, like to talk to.
don't even know
He
if he
built
was.
it in his garage. He's got
there it
a
is.
454 stroked out. He's got like about
I don't know if you can throw it up.
800 horsepower in this thing, and it's absolutely.
It is a skyscraper. Look at how tall it is.
When he can get it started.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay,
and when it
that's why
stays on.
Right.
it's always hiding in the trees, like it's never running.
Yeah. And
But when it does, it will scare you.
boy, he drives like an animal.
He has a whole race suit on in case
Yeah.
it catches fire.
I don't think he owns normal clothes. I've never seen the man in normal clothes.
But
helmet
he
on,
did
looks
run
like the Stig.
last year at Jumping for Joy in the
Yes.
mud.
Yep. And he came out to Cycle Ranch once.
Once.
That's
when it died.
he
That
was
was
having
when it
issues
died.
with the engine.
Pumpkin spice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He was having issues with the engine. Sorted it out. I've seen him walk up to me. He came in a Suzuki Samurai once. I said, "Where the hell's the truck?" He reaches in his pocket and throws a chunk of metal at me, and it's like bent. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been a rot." And I'm just like, "Oh, Gary!" Like he's just that guy,
He just carries it around to show people.
Yeah.
If you
he's
have that
awesome.
drone footage from Pumpkin Spice,
Yeah, I
he
should.
he set up the flags because he was parked on the side of the road. We were at a Starbucks. We didn't tell them we were going until we got there. And we're like, look, we're gonna send people in to go buy coffee. Can we just set up here for a little while and then we're all gonna leave in a parade? And luckily they were really cool with it, but they're like, yeah, it's just gonna be a long wait. And we're like, that's fine because we're gonna be out there for a while. Do y'all know what I think it was what Kyle heard when he went into the Starbucks there in
No,
Floresville?
I have not heard.
There were people whispering inside and they're like, it's like, I'm trying to hear what they're saying. And
Rednecks outside.
well, they saw all the trucks outside and they're like, is this some kind of Trump rally going on outside?
Hey.
No.
And we're like,
in Floresville, like, come on, man. You know damn well they were like, "We'll join. Let's go."
let's go. Give me a flag. Let's go. Where are we going?
Start pulling out the red hats like it's Superman.
Let's, oh, yeah, there it is.
I haven't sent it to anybody.
Here it is.
Should have. I should have sent it to you. No, I'm
Look
sorry.
at that.
So many trucks.
I spy me.
There's Justin with the
there's
white
his.
Gen 1.
Yeah.
Little
Kenner
cars.
Coon on the left of him. They're all at a crawfish boil right now.
Mhm.
Shout out to them. They're probably...
Did you go?
No, I did not. I a lot of family stuff going on today, man.
I got a call from Kyle this morning. He's like, hey, I didn't see you respond to the invite for the crawfish boil. And I go, what crawfish boil? He goes, you didn't get an invite, did you? I was like, no. He's
It's Kenner.
Awkward.
Kenner, no.
he's like,
Kenner forgets to invite himself, man. That's just Kenner. That's
and I'm
who he
like,
is.
dude, it's cool. Don't worry about
I
it.
was way too close to those power lines.
There's Gary right there.
Yeah, that's sketchy right there,
It's because
buddy.
I had forgotten the remote for
Listen, you
For
see?
the drone?
Hey, this dude forgets everything, bro. I'm telling you. If he is wearing shoes, you're surprised.
I'll have 2 left
flying.
shoes by the end of the day.
He's like, I forgot the laces.
Yeah. But I forgot the remote, so I had to use my phone. And in order to use your phone, you have to put the drone on Wi-Fi mode. And I forgot the Wi-Fi password. And this guy had to look it up. And that's how I got into the app.
There I am by the Starbucks sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Is that Kyle on the left, bottom left?
No,
No.
Kyle's
That's an
over on.
F-150.
Kyle was parked
They
in front of
parked
me
by
on the right.
by the fire hydrant, right?
Yeah, by the fire hydrant.
And the fire truck showed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was sweating bullets.
He was like, we're like, hey, Kyle, you got to move, man. We got the fire truck. He's like, seriously? And he started running. I was like, Kyle, I'm playing with you. Come back. The funny thing is that's not even all the trucks that were there.
No, that was definitely not
No.
the truck. All the
this
Houston
is-
guys?
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
there it
there I
is.
am. There I am, right there, the
Yeah.
silver, and then Kyle's right in front of me.
Hella thick.
Look at that. The unofficial Trump
Beautiful.
rally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently the Trump rally over here.
I'm inside getting my AR-15 loaded. That way I can start firing in the air while we were driving.
Was that a R&R truck on the other side or no?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on the grass.
Let's see.
Yeah,
That's Kyle right
There
there,
goes
right?
Kyle. Yep. He was pulling out to get in the cross to go around because we were going south. Yeah, there's me,
Silver Arrow.
and then everybody was gonna follow at that point. There's Kenny with
Kenny with the big ol'
the old
flag.
Freedom Chariot. Shout out
There
to
it
Kenny, crazy,
Yeah, buddy.
crazy Kenny.
That's the boy. And you got Dylan with both his Bronco and his F-150.
Mhm.
Jeez, so cool.
He took the F-150, the Bronco, and the side-by-side ECR. And then I did a night run with him with no roof, no doors on the Bronco.
He drove them both
Oh,
there
okay,
by.
that's the way to do it.
It was the worst idea I've ever had.
Nah, dude.
I bet.
I had my feet hooked underneath his front seat and this hand. I was death gripping the camera, and then my phone died mid
No
thing.
way. That sucks.
Yep. So-
Yeah, there goes Justin, White Gen 1. He's on RPG Bulkhead.
Oh,
There's
here-
yep.
Here comes Gumby with
Gumby.
Alex in the bed in between
Yeah.
his spares, taking
Gumby.
pictures.
That was the EcoBoost.
Oh yeah, that was the EcoBoost before the R.
Yep.
I remember.
Crazy
I
R.
remember he sent me the pictures of both of them together, and he's like,
Oh, really?
look at my new truck, and I'm like, isn't that yours? He goes, no, the one on the right. It's like, oh,
I just traded this one in.
Yeah, he sent me the look. I bought a Shelby F-250, and then the next day he's
Who's
like,
the
"Look,
one?
I bought an R," and I'm like, "Gumby, you hustling drugs? Like, what are
Yes.
we doing, bro?"
Who's the one with the white fenders?
Adam Kyle
He's the
Savage.
accountant?
I think it was Savage.
yeah, I can't remember his name.
No, he's a CPA.
What?
He's a CPA.
No, he was in the. That guy was in the
You
military.
sure?
No, that's
a
the
different guy?
yeah, that's a different guy.
Oh.
Yep.
Is that Ben? That's got to be Ben.
Yeah, that's Ben.
Ben's always talking smack to
Ben.
me, and he still hasn't
Ben,
used his truck on the track.
Listen, get
goes you.
the truck
Right there.
dirty.
Oh.
You're ready.
There
Trust
I
me.
am.
Get the truck dirty.
Anime truck.
Oh, and then we got Everett right behind me in the Raptor swap. Look how different my truck looks. Why? I guess because of the spares. I didn't put any of that in yet.
Yeah, it's not a Baja out yet.
No.
Just got some lights and some stickers.
My seats worked in that video.
Listen,
You're still comfortable.
I was comfortable.
you don't need seats.
I'll
Just take them out.
milk crate.
There's the
Seat delete.
Weight
Matt,
reduction.
Matt in the blue Bronco. Just got a new
No,
motor.
that's the
Right here?
regular.
Oh, is that the
Bronco.
regular one?
That's the one with long travel.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Really cool build too.
Yeah, that's Bubba did that one, right? At Exodus?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Bubba did that one.
There I go. Zoom.
I came back around and hit a Burger King. I got a double Whopper. Waiting for y'all.
Whopper, bacon.
There's a Texas made before he did before he did it.
Where he touched the.
And then he lost connection to the drone. It's going back to the moon.
I actually did, but like I walked closer to it and it was fine.
Yeah, Brandon's out in the middle of traffic right now playing.
I was thinking about it, running over to the median.
He was-
I don't know where I was going.
You never do.
your
Was I
drone
going back?
Your drone said, "You know what? I'm going home.
There's
I'm
a-
going home."
Let me go to this.
What's up with that crew? They were like too cool to come with us. A crew on the side
This
there.
is not a video. This is just me landing.
Oh, there you
Don't
go.
worry about that.
All right, look at that.
Yeah,
He got home
he
safe.
didn't forget to hit the record button that time.
Yeah.
In the 3 seconds he was landing. It's a solid
Very
video.
important footage.
Yeah, to keep too. It takes up space. You
Uh-huh.
definitely keep
It's only
stuff like that.
30 megabytes. It's fine.
Oh, the landing. I was like, that whole video was 30 minutes.
No. The other one was
Shot in 480.
2.6 gigs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 4K.
That's actually not that big. I thought it'd be bigger than that. Yeah.
But
It's average.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun event. Pumpkin spice.
It was a pretty cool event.
I know, like, my first few times at the track, when you were at the jump for Cycle Ranch, like, you'd see me coming, I'd see you pick up your camera, and then I wouldn't hit the jump, and you put the camera back down, and you're like...
I at least keep it up so that I don't make people feel bad.
So the next time came around, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm ready. That was just to get the jitters out. I'm gonna do the next, and I come hauling it, and you still have your camera down, and you're like...
He's like, not fast enough.
And then,
That's my encouragement, by the way.
and then he watches me do the jump, and he's like...
That's my encouragement. See? He hit it that time. See? That's how I work.
There you go. Look at that.
That is a pretty cool pick.
You even got your boy right here
There he is. There I am.
next to Gumby.
Hey, that's me.
Gumby.
Yeah, me and Gubby are like PB&J. Now, whenever we see each other at the events, we're just like,
Extra nuts.
well,
Pretty big.
4 to be exact. 4 to be exact.
Crunchy.
Confirmed or?
I don't know, man. After that jump at Domo, I think I lost one. Oh man.
Yeah, Gumby's a legend.
I call him the Coyote Wizard because all he does is coyote swaps.
Yeah, I call him the king of coyotes.
That's an even better one
Yep.
I call him Gumby, but I'll think of something cool
because of
later.
how flexible he is.
Solid. That was a solid one.
Oh man.
Great community.
Yeah, I mean, there's no gatekeeping. There's no nothing.
No.
Everyone asks a million questions and everyone answers each question the best they can.
Yeah,
Right.
and I know we call them Raptor events, and I've had this question come up a ton of times, like, hey, can anyone go? I'm like, you can take a Tundra, Tacoma, a car.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to run it, you go. It's called a Raptor Day, but it's for everybody.
Right.
So I think that now we changed them to like Truck Day.
Sure.
And even at that, we can't even say trucks anymore because now we got rally cars coming out. So
Yeah, and
it's just a day at the track.
that one event at Cycle that we had, where we were there all day, we had 3 TRXs show up. One of them had a elephant swap, whatever they call that.
What?
That was the-
1,200 horsepower.
Yeah.
The only one that actually drove home.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
you
other
didn't send
two.
it.
So here's
Seriously.
the thing. I've got a
Seriously.
theory of this, okay? And I got nothing against TRXs. Like, they're crazy, right?
Probably fine.
They'll blow the doors off of my Gen 1 any day of the week, right? Drag racing, all that stuff that I don't do anyways. But I don't know what it is, but every TRX that has come out to Cycle Ranch, it's almost like they have something to prove. They break something.
I can see that.
And
yeah.
it's not necessarily like they sent it, on a normal send. They over send it. We tell them, hey,
have
if that
proof.
jump is 60, 65, 55, you're built a little. I've hit it at like 72 once. It was too much.
Here we go.
This dude shows up and like, if you put this photo on here, you'll see. He bent. First off, he had 38s on the truck, and then he didn't do any modifications of the fenders, any of that. He sent this thing so hard, it knocked the fenders off, bent stuff, all that, and he just drove right away. He got out, checked it all so he could drive home, and he left. The next one sends it, shatters his windshield, and like breaks 2 other things, and he's gone. I'm like, man, what are these guys doing? But the elephant swap guy, he broke his windshield as well, but he didn't oversend to the point where it broke a ton of stuff and he couldn't drive home, kind of thing. It sounded amazing.
Yeah,
that
it was
truck,
really cool.
he took off.
But he was smart because he didn't send it at the jump. That's why he drove
Right.
home.
He was just like, all right, I'm gonna go 60, 55, 60. I'm not gonna go nuts. I don't know what that is, but I would love to see more of them out. Gentry's TRX is dope. Gentry's.
I don't think
I
I've
mean,
seen
Gentry's
it,
a
though.
cool guy too, right?
This is
But
the one with the elephant.
yeah. You haven't seen Gentry because TMX was building it, or not TMX. I think it was Kibby. I don't know who built it, but he brought it out to ECR a couple weeks ago, and it's solid platform.
This TRX was one of the loudest trucks I have ever been around.
Yeah.
It hurt when you drove by.
Yeah.
Were y'all there for the diesel 2500?
we were
Yes,
there. Yep.
that was horrible.
Where he hit it at 85 rolling coal.
Yeah.
Yes, we were there.
I don't think I took pictures because I was like, "There's no point."
Sal's got an amazing video of it.
Really?
Yes, I saw it.
I need to see it.
on
Okay,
YouTube.
I have it. I showed it to you, I believe.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
you see where the wheel starts doing this.
Somebody sent it to you guys. Sent it to Brody, I think. Yeah, he shared it with me.
You didn't jump it.
So that's the thing. A lot of people come out and they ask. That's the first thing they ask. Oh, what are you guys sending at the jump? And I get it. Like, you go to ECR, Brody, and all of them. They can't necessarily tell you. But there is an advisable speed, and if you just hit it like that, bro.
Oh, he definitely overdid it.
Can we get that to play on here so we can show
You
the
just gotta go to the channel. I'll send the link.
to
Do you have just the file? You can airdrop it to me.
It's on YouTube because it was just off the.
He wants the extra views.
he wants
It's not even.
Monetized.
It's not even up public. It's unlisted.
it's on his
It's
channel.
on my channel.
South.
Find it out who the a-holes are now.
Oh, did the camera die? Or not die,
Spaghettios.
overheat.
It probably overheated.
ASMR. It's saying it's been an hour. Get
What?
off.
What camera is it?
Sony ZX something.
Okay. Do you have if you have the screen flipped out, it'll last longer without overheating.
It is flipped out. It's just I think it resets itself and it
Oh, okay. Yeah, some of them have record limits.
YouTubes to the YouTubes. For those of y'all that are watching, we're gonna find this video so we can show y'all.
Those of y'all who are listening.
What should I type?
What's the title of the video?
It's
It's Hold Up. he says.
someone commented, hell yeah, we finding out who the assholes are now.
Yeah, that's
Robert.
it's Robert Y. Joe.
Yeah,
He drives a silver
Silver Gen 1.
Gen Juan.
he thinks he has a race truck.
Hashtag.
Do I have it?
What's it called?
So can I text
So
it
yeah,
to
no.
you?
Yeah,
the,
you can text it to me.
the TRX guys would love to see more of them out there, right? I love seeing the diversity. I love seeing built Tacomas, right? I'd love to get a Tundra. I want to build like late 90s, early 2000s Tundra because it's just big enough, but that'd be a super solid pre-runner.
We'll still be able to show the video if
Bada
this
boop,
is
bow,
happening.
bow.
We can just wind it down.
We'll
But the video will show.
is it?
You don't have a dummy battery in it?
No, I need to get one. It's plugged in, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
Well,
juice.
We can do full screen on that.
Yeah, I got the video pulled up.
You got it pulled up?
Yeah.
There we are. Look at that, baby. Just,
Yeehaw.
I mean, he's hauling it.
He was going way too. Even for
And
a
bow.
Raptor, that would have been too much.
One more time.
Yeah, what did he break? He broke the spindle or something, right?
Yeah, he broke a spindle off of it.
Yeah, so he had the Carly on this, but
It's on the sides.
Superman style. Like, come on.
Fuck, it broke.
Oh, man, like that is the Irish. Like
That was
the-
so.
that's a solid Irish accent, man.
Fuck, it broke, buddy.
You send her a little too hard, bud.
And a little too hard.
Yeah, the Carly kit is a cool kit, but you have to remember that's a short bed, so it's not the 7,000-pound truck like mine, but it's still 6,800 ish.
And like 1,100 of those are on the front.
Yeah,
It's a couple of me's.
Yeah, it's
At least three.
Yeah, at least three.
it's
He
a
said a
freight train.
couple.
Yeah, it's a freight train going down the road, man. Like,
And it's not meant for this.
no.
No.
The funniest thing though is I liked whoever took a picture of it up close, and then they
Did the ka-chow?
Yeah, they photoshopped him into the
Ka-chow.
cars. Then they're like ka-chow.
That's how his truck was
Yeah,
for the
that's how my
longest time.
truck was. My I was having issues with the mid travel.
He had all the toe.
The
inwards.
setup. Well, the best part about that was, with that setup, I could go around corners like it was nothing, just
true.
sideways.
Very true. Oh, he did send it. Look at
Yeah, no, he did. He cracked the windshield sending
that.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's still, I don't feel like it was a oversend.
Was that like stock TRX suspension?
Yes.
So
he had-
everything but the engine.
correct. He actually drag raced that truck.
Really?
Yeah, he would take it to the track.
Ooh.
It had like
You took out
12,
the fuses
he
for
said it was
the
1,200
yeah,
at
1200.
the wheel
I think so.
horsepower. Yeah, it was insane. And when he would take off, you know how everybody gets at that starting line and then they just take off? This guy would come from the pits and just
It honestly hooked like no other
completely
truck.
to the floor. You know, all-wheel drive, and it hooked.
It's insane.
Sounded amazing. We haven't seen him since. We also haven't seen the tan one that blew the fenders off and all that. I saw him that following week driving like around my
Really?
hood. Yeah, I passed him on the other side. And I'm like looking at the fenders trying to see what's broke.
He had to
Yeah.
have taken out the airbags.
Yeah.
No more airbags. They would have deployed
Yeah,
for
you can
sure.
see those are stock 35s, and
Yeah.
that, I mean, look at the travel. It's that's definitely factored. Them Bill Steins.
We got Dawson on there. He said the whole front end said nope.
That's
Turbo
the whole
Woody.
front end left the chat.
Yeah.
Actually, on that landing, yeah, he's like, "There goes my alignment, boys." It's just gone. Actually, on the jump that I did in January that broke my seats, when I showed up to, hey, that's the photo on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's the photo from the thumbnail.
I like that bumper a lot. That's pretty nice.
That one's RPG, right?
No,
Evil.
don't
Oh,
try to not say those words around me. But yeah, so
don't like that bumper.
I bought that bumper.
Horrible.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
horrible
piece of-
bumper.
I bought it in like a November, got it in like a March. It took them forever. The lights didn't line up. I had to re-drill the holes. The bottom didn't line up. I had to fix all that. And the funny part was is I cut the frame. I'm doing all this in my driveway. I cut the frame. You know, it's a frame cut bumper. Get rid of the whole front horns. And I realized, you know, I put it on because you can't tell until you do that. Didn't fit, right? Didn't even come close. And I hit up, you know, Evil, R.I.P. yo.
Never
Hit
forget.
up yeah, no, always forget.
Always forget.
Hit them up and I'm like, hey man, this isn't fitting, you know, send me some pics. Okay. The dude tells me, well, you know, you could ship it back and we'll fix it. I'm like, I just cut the frame off my truck. I don't have a bumper. I don't have
I
anything.
can't
It's
even put a
sitting in my
bumper back
driveway,
on.
homie.
It's not required.
So yeah, I ended up modifying that myself, getting it all to work, you know, drilling some holes on the bottom and getting it all with some
There
nice
is
hardware in it.
Zero wiggle room
Yeah.
between the.
If you look at my lights, I did some crazy stuff to get them adjusted, then I locked them suckers down because you ain't touching them at this point. The bolts touch. That's how tight they are. Yeah, it is a custom bumper. I will give them that. You can see under in the middle there, my license plate is kind of, you know, tucked in there. It's flush with that skid plate.
oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's actually sunk into the skid plate.
You can barely see it in this
Yeah.
picture.
That's when
I don't even. Mine's not even on the truck.
yeah.
You don't need it.
I shouldn't have put it on because I don't drive it anymore, right? I go to the events, so. But yeah, so Evil bumper. Yeah, I'm not hating too much. I do like the look of it. I
Yeah,
think it's a
it
cool
looks
bumper.
nice.
But yeah, I would never buy a single part from Evo ever again. I had a lowrance in there.
Well, you
for
literally
mounts.
can't.
Well, we
I
can.
literally can't do
You
that
can.
anymore.
Yeah, that part's true. So, and you know, I told everybody after that. Everybody would hit me up, hey, what's your bumper? And I'm just like, you don't want it. Go elsewhere. SVC, RPG, go elsewhere. Custom, just do something else.
Untold.
Yeah, Untold.
Untold
yeah.
now.
Austin, shout out to Austin.
Yeah, that rear bumper is nice. That he made.
Austin went with me to Baja. That's another thing. I maybe met Austin once prior to taking a 10-day trip, actually 12 because of the drive, with him to Baja. I posted, I was originally taking my father-in-law. He's having some back issues, so I don't think that would have been smart to take him to Baja.
Well, it
And-
would have either solved his back issues or
Correct,
made it
right?
worse.
Hashtag Chiroraptor over here at Tor.
So I take, you know, I'm like reaching out to a couple people. This loser couldn't go with me, and so I'm like, all right.
I wanted to. I had already taken time off from work.
Yeah,
I didn't want to push it.
He couldn't do it.
But you quit your job like me. I quit my job for these
But
events.
he was the first one that I hit up. Just let
Yes.
it be on the record. Hit up a couple other. They were already busy. It was last minute. So I just post to the Sorrow group chat that we have. I'm like, anybody want to go to Baja? Like, it's paid for. I just need somebody to come with me. And I immediately got a text from Austin. He's like, dude, I've been wanting to go to Baja my whole life. I have like it was either his anniversary or something big with his girlfriend. He's like, I told her we're not doing it. And here's the cool thing, she understood, right? She knows that's how much he loves this stuff. And I took him. He's just a solid dude. He was like the best co-pilot. He's on my radio talking to people, like warning people things. It was a good time, and he won't stop talking about it. So it was a great time.
I mean, I got the story about it from when I met him at at his shop. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is,
such a cool dude.
Yeah, and again with the community, I had met him at Pumpkin Spice.
Yeah,
and we were sitting by the fire maybe till like 2 a.m. and just talking. And I got his Instagram and everything, and he took off. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna head back home, and I live in San Antonio." And then I didn't really think. I don't know. New Braunfels.
Yeah, he lives in New Braunfels.
And so, I didn't think very much of it. So then when I was looking for someone to do some welding on the truck for the exhaust, everyone's like, just go to Austin. Go to Austin. He's here in San Antonio. He's got a shop now. And I'm like, I've never met this guy. I don't know what I'm in for. So I showed up. He turned the corner from right outside of his shop. I'm like, I know you. I remember you from Pumpkin Spice. I'm like, all right, well. And from there, it's just we started talking about, as you guys know, I don't stop talking. I talk and talk and talk, and
he's good at that too when it comes to Raptors.
Yeah, and
he can keep going.
He'll keep
he's got
going.
Stories. He's got everything.
So then that's where the traction bars came from. That's where the bed rack came from. And the funny thing is I had just bought one from Houston. Off-Road Scott went and picked it up for me, and it was an RPG one. And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to sell that one. Like Scott, either you can bring it to me and I'll pay you to come for us to meet up. And he's like, you know what, I think I found a buyer. This is Scott talking. I found a buyer.
He's a cool dude too.
The guy said he'll pay you whatever you want. And I'm like, okay,
was that
cool.
On road or off road at the time?
That's off road.
Off road Scott.
No. He was coming from Houston, so it was on road, right?
On road. Well, yeah. He never even left Houston.
But he had off road parts in the truck.
This is true.
and he was in the truck. So I'm like, all right, yeah, well, do you know the guy? And he's like, yeah, he's real good. He'll Venmo you. And or Zelle. I go, okay. What's his name? He goes, me. It looked great on my truck. I was like, okay. So
classic.
Then he came out in January and he already had it on, and he's like, dude, this thing looks amazing. It looks great on his truck.
Yeah.
I just really wanted the one that Austin designed and having it near the tailgate.
Yeah.
So
he's very knowledgeable. So in Baja, right? Have you ever been to Mexico?
No, because if I go, I won't be able to come back.
Got it. Makes sense. So
valid, understandable. Have a good day.
So legit, the roads in Baja are as narrow as our truck, right? Like that's it. And Trey says two things: keep up with me on the road, and don't try to keep up with Hudson on the dirt. Okay, I don't know if you're familiar with Hudson or not. Okay, no. So Hudson is basically his lead mechanic out at the shop there. However, Hudson is co-pilot with Mike Marcel Racing trophy truck. The speed trophy truck. It's orange. They run the Baja. They run them all. So he's co-pilot, and he now actually is piloting like his own truck as well. Well, not his truck, but a team's truck. Hudson's just an absolute animal in the dirt. So he drives Trey's original Gen 1 that has a full Rogue cantilever kit on it. They don't even make these anymore. They only made a certain number of them, like 10 or something, and they have this kit. That Gen 1 has like 65,000 Baja miles on it. Like it doesn't have normal miles on it. They're Baja miles. But he absolutely hauls down there, right? So we're going 90-ish on the roads and 15 Raptors, right? And there's trucks passing on the other side, semi-trucks on roads where we shouldn't be going 40, right? So this is my first, you cross the border, you're in this crazy town, almost like Tijuana, you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You get out of it and it's country, but there ain't no guardrails. There's no, it's insane. And Trey just hauls. So you get to your destination and have more fun, right? And Austin's just like, man, rear end of this truck feels kind of loose. Like it just doesn't feel like it should. I'm like, well, do something about it, like go ahead, brother. Like that dude went back and did like 3 clicks on my bypasses. I think I don't know which one he did on, maybe on the compression or something. And that truck was a completely different truck the rest of the trip. Like, it was amazing. And I'm like, all right.
He's got that butt dyno.
Right?
He's got that fine-tuned butt dyno.
The whole
Finely
rear,
tuned.
the whole rear stayed way more planted. We were mobbing through Baja. It was, yeah, it's worth, you guys should go. Seriously.
And that's why I think he was the right guy to go with you.
100%. You know, and then he helped the recovery that one night. We had Jason, my dude, Jason. Love you, brother. See you at Domo. He's coming to Domo.
Good.
Hit his Raptor into the side of that cliff. Coming down a cliffside on our day off. Our day off, right? We're not Baja mobbing anymore. This is our day off. We're going to a private beach. Come around a 3,000 foot up in the air cliff side, just as wide as our trucks, and he puts his Raptor right into the wall. Just destroys it. That was at like 9 or 10 in the morning. Austin was out till about 3 or 4 in the morning with Trey and his crew. Trey wasn't there, but all of his crew was there recovering that Raptor off the side of that cliff. And he's just like, dude, that was one of the highlights of my trip. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
That's the right attitude to have.
So yeah, he eats that stuff up too. He loves it. So
Yeah. No, and I mean, out there at ECR with a lot of the footage that we have, you know, I had TJ took some footage for me. Joshua, so that's Coco the Raptor on Instagram. Blacked Out Raptor is Joshua. Both of them had taken a lot of footage of me from the starting line at the short track. And since there wasn't lines there, I can do hot laps in between. So I'll do 3 of them, and I was practicing my drifting so that way I can just continue make that turn and then slingshot back up straight. And, you know, I was talking with Austin. He's like, how's the truck feeling? He goes, I can see you from the pavilion. You're doing good, but you're not putting that truck sideways all the way. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to lose it. And he goes, if you spin out, you spin out. Like, what is anybody going to say? If somebody's sitting in the pavilion and they're not running, so what? And he's like, at that rate, you need to learn where the limit of the truck is before you're going to turn or before you're going to do a full spin out. And, you know, after he told me that, he's like, he goes, cock that wheel. Cock it as far as you can go. Hit that gas. Just stay in it. He goes, if anything, go into manual. And I'm like, okay, well, let me do one thing at a time. Let me learn the turn, and then I'll learn. Because if I'm trying to do manual and try to do the turn, I'm gonna just mess myself up.
Oh, here?
From ECR?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's on ECR.
I had lost like all of the footage from the first ECR.
Isn't that where Forza 5
No,
is?
it's in
Baja?
January.
Is that-
one.
Has anyone played Forza 5 here? No.
No,
Is it Mexico though?
It is Mexico. It's not
I don't.
It's
think
not Baja though.
It has to be January. No?
I don't know, it's 4.
Turf Wars? Yeah, I'm
Horizon
pretty sure I
5 is in
lost all
in
of my
Mexico.
Turf Wars stuff.
Horizon 4 is
Horizon 4 is in
Those are just
England.
pictures.
England.
Pictures.
Yes.
Oh, no, wait, that's out. Turf Wars, yeah, I don't have any videos.
Forgot him, didn't you?
Dang.
I don't know where they went,
Oh.
honestly. Like,
In the
it just
stream.
disappeared.
Slacker.
We're done. Have a good night.
No, but learning how to do all your cornering, your turns, and knowing where the limits of the truck are, that's the most important part.
Absolutely.
Because then at that rate, you're never going to drive to your full potential.
Probably one of the best things you can do is just lose it once.
Yeah, which I
and-
did at the during my time trial. Almost took out 2 trees out there at ECR. I was going to send them an invoice
Because
for
that's when
tree
you
removal.
know, okay, here is my limit.
Yeah.
Do not
Oh.
go past it.
Ooh, we might get it.
See if that new team. I literally just switched from Verizon to T-Mobile. ECR had nothing. I had nothing.
With
Okay.
T-Mobile
Yeah.
or Verizon?
Verizon. I had nothing.
Oh yeah, my work phone does not work at.
And I'm like,
ECR.
I'm done. And it's like $80 cheaper now a month too. And they paid off, the phones and all that. I'm like, all right, I'm switching.
Mhm.
So looks like it's working better.
I got
Worth
Mint.
it.
I pay $400 a year. I just pay once, and then you don't have to worry about it until the.
I thought you had those prepaid cards from Mexico.
No. Remember, if I go,
That's
I
the
can't come
second
back.
phone.
Oh, that's right.
If I-
That's the other phone
That's,
that we're not supposed to talk about.
Oh, that's the burner.
Yeah. I told you that in confidence.
I sent it to your text.
Oh, you want to switch back?
Sure.
Oh, you have internet?
Yeah.
You on internet?
Okay.
It connects to my phone. I
Yeah,
don't
just because we're going to his messages here. What did you drop? Mm-hmm.
know. Don't worry about it.
Here's bong.
Holy moly! All right.
That's the one.
Ready?
Oh,
I wanna turn it down a
You
little
can
bit.
put it on the screen.
Yeah.
This is the fun at ECR. And the thing about that turn
It was beautiful.
It's epic.
Such a good
The
turn.
sun-
One more
Sunsets.
time. One more time.
That's the last
sunsets.
turn on the.
Which one is that one?
That's the turn where we get all the pictures from. 'Cause
Yeah, all the
if he
the
goes
sunset
back,
ones.
go back to the beginning and just pause it. Right there.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
where all
right?
the
Is that
sunset
right
pics
before
are.
the straightaway?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
No.
actually. So the rally jump, and then you go down in that little pit, and you come up that hill. It's that first turn to the
Oh,
left.
okay.
It's it's
I can
almost a
show you
bank
the
turn.
pictures.
After the pond.
Right.
Okay.
That turn, the sun sets perfectly over
Was
the
that
hill
the
there.
first day or the second day that we got the sunset pics?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at those pics. Like,
Beautiful.
I told him when we got there, I'll run the track a few times and I'll go, okay, this is where I can do stupid stuff, right? On this turn.
So
and
cannot
other
drift.
people can too. So I said, dude, just stand right on this turn and let's see what happens.
was amazing.
And it was just a guess. And somehow the sun setting and everything is like right in the background. That turn is epic.
I'm sending you a
Look at-
video.
look at Kenny right
from,
there.
Yeah, I have a night run from Kenny, and he hits the brake once, and that's just to turn right, and
Sure.
he continues on.
Yeah.
I just sent you a video of my run that I did. Was it PVV Gordito Bandito? Let's see. Oh, it hasn't come in yet. Come on.
You gotta switch to that T-Mobile.
It's loading. It's loading. It's
I'm trying
loading.
to find
Well,
your-
Mint is on T-Mobile.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was funny last night because I did it all online, did everything. And both my wife and my phones started working. Everything was fine. They ported the numbers, all that. About 5 minutes into it, they all said SOS, which means I can't use the phone to call them to fix it. I can't do anything. So I had to go into the store today, but they fixed it after that. So look at that epic. Like that picture right there with the sun setting, man alive.
Look at that.
That's just a great area to take pictures. You're out in the middle of nothing. So
It may
pretty
have
solid
gone
place.
through already. Those Morimotos?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
They are self-healing.
Nice.
Self-healing Morimotos.
Let's see.
Self-healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've broken like 5 times, and then after
Repaired.
Baja, they repaired themselves.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's right after the jump. This is my time trial one on
Nice.
Sunday.
You're moving, man.
You got top 9, baby.
You are? No, you are moving.
I
No,
was-
seriously. I've watched people go through there much slower than that.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely are moving. And I mean, these are big ass trucks.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Like, I've done that track myself. These are big trucks. They're not Subarus that, or the little side by side that I was on.
Yeah. No, the side by sides are fun to ride out there
They're
on.
very
the-
fun.
I rode one of those Segway ones.
That's what I had. The Segway. Yeah, he gave me a Segway, and he's like, "Hey man, I don't care if you rip it. Just get a helmet." I'm like, I didn't bring a helmet on me.
Tell me that.
Rode
That's
almost.
because he knows you drive a Volkswagen, bro.
This is true.
Time
He
to
let
get a-
me jump the Raptor.
Time to get a Raptor.
He let me jump it.
Time to get a Raptor.
That's my first jump, by the way.
he was-
there in ECR.
He was probably drunk.
Nah.
Yeah.
We were doing a different event.
Bro took the pylon. With
Hey,
him.
I took the pylon, man. I was using the whole
Plus
track.
5
I heard they didn't like that pylon, anyways.
Yeah, no. Well, we're coming up to the tree. But I mean, this.
Did you
this,
hit another tree?
Oh, almost.
Here, you should have just cut across.
So right
there.
here is the
Yeah, this is-
where I got
Yeah.
really good at some
Track
sliding
limits or
right there.
suggestions.
But I mean,
This is where you come up, and this is the turn that I was talking about right now. Right here. This turn, that's where the sun sets behind it, and you just saw the video
And
of
I
me
was like
sliding.
over here.
Yeah.
and there's the trees. Look at that.
Leave those poor trees alone.
I did full
Ay,
Mustang
ay, ay.
right there. Look,
There goes that pylon.
He
again.
thought it was a crowd.
look
Yeah.
how close. Look how close that one is.
Woo! Damn.
Clip. That'd have been a repair.
Yeah, yeah. That would have been. I'm not going home.
I did that to the dirt pile at Rally Ready in the back. That big down, and there's a big giant dirt pile.
Yeah.
You look at my truck now, you can still see it. I kissed the whole side of that thing. It was muddy and just slid right into it. You're moving, man. And look at that Austin Untold Off-Road rack in there, not moving at all.
Look at that.
Keeping everything nice and tidy.
Solid.
And look at how far back it is.
Yeah.
And
Behind
see,
the axle.
you want to know what the funny thing is? Kyle and Ashley were the ones doing the official times. Kyle started the official one, and Ashley started hers 20 seconds later.
Oh my goodness.
And so when I passed the finish line, she sent in hers to Weston. He's like, "There's no way. There's no way." He's like, "Noah's been sitting in a truck this whole weekend, hasn't been even running the long track. There's no way he beat." Who won?
Peter Dunn.
Peter Dunn.
Which, as soon as he showed up, I knew he'd win.
It was a crazy truck.
That man. Okay, so backstory. Peter Dunn.
That's Austin. Yeah.
Solid dude. I believe if it's him, I know Gentry did. I think they both did, but big motocross background, you know, like dirt, whatever. Peter Dunn came out to Cycle Ranch. I'll never forget this. We had Kyle and Johnny kind of going at it like they always do. You know, they do that whole thing.
They're like the two brothers that try to outdo each other.
Correct. Yep. And Peter Dunn came out and like ripped a lap like 10 seconds faster than both of theirs. Like, and it looked effortless. And he was in a Gen 3, almost stock. Like it just had some shiny parts on it. And he just comes out and rips both their times by 10 seconds. And Brody would not let Johnny and Kyle hear the end of it. He kept going, "Yeah, man, you know, Peter beat you by 10 seconds, you know, like," and he just kept doing it. And what was his time? What was his time? He's like, "Don't worry, it was 10 seconds faster," you know, like he just kept going on that all weekend. But yeah, Peter Dunn and that Raptor R he has, he was fast. He was fast.
So the other nice thing is if you're up for another episode, we're actually going to be heading out to Untold Off-Road. We're going to set up at his shop.
Well, my
I'm
truck's
meaning
there.
to go.
There you go.
My truck's already
go
there.
check it
so-
out.
Yeah, so, but we're going to do an episode with Austin. We're going to sit down, talk about his stuff, talk about, you know, how did he get into this, all of his stuff that he does, and, you know, all the plans that we have. Because I got a lot of plans for my truck, and, I mean, at this rate, I'm like, Austin, you get first dibs. Whatever you're comfortable building, you get to do it first. So
Solid.
But if it's something that you don't want to build, which there's not anything that I've brought up that he's like, no, I won't do that.
Nah. Hey, he's tried to that dude's tried to get me to
4-link?
No, he wants me to notch the frame. He wants to back half my truck. I'm like, brother, like, let me just enjoy it a little bit, all right? Just a little.
Still works as is.
Yeah, he wants me to go sprung under. Like, you know, we can do this, we can do it.
Maybe once it gives out, then you can do a whole refresh.
Now I'm not trying to brag or anything. I'm not trying to brag.
Yeah.
But I know your truck's been at Untold's garage, and I took mine there, and he had it for a couple of days, and he goes, "It makes no sense. It makes no sense." He goes, "I've had Robert's truck here, and I've had maybe one or two people come out and be like, hey, can we take a look at it? Like, can we ask questions?" He goes, "I had yours here for a day and a half, and I had 6 people come." He goes, "Not only that, but 2 other people showed up, and they're like, hey, is the owner here? Like, look, we know him. Like, what's going on? Like, is he here?"
It's
And
the
he's like,
GTR
"No,
badge.
that's what it is.
GTR badge.
That's what it is." So, but Deviation Wraps is in the bay next to him, and he said, I'm gonna put him on blast right now because there's damage to my wrap. You know, I'm using it. It's out there. It hits
100%.
trees and branches and everything else. But he's like, ooh, right here, right here on my truck, right at the headlight, right at this spot, it's like blown open. So you see the red, the paint underneath, and he's like, I don't know, man. You need a new wrap. And I was like, you gonna sponsor me? He's like, I'll sponsor you. I was like, don't say it unless you mean it.
Right?
I got witnesses, man. He
Yeah.
goes, I'll sponsor you. Let's do the next wrap. So
Ask him
Hey.
on the podcast over
Hey.
there.
right.
My truck's still there. I'm just gonna go over there and be like, "Hey, you said you'd sponsor me." I took all the anime stuff off. Like, can we get your stuff on there now?
He's gonna be like, I don't know. That looks like a different truck.
That's.
like
I'm trying to decide if I want to wrap or paint.
when you have it stored, is it covered?
Well,
Is
it
it
depends.
in a cardboard
Austin's had it since November.
Well,
Not because it's broke.
It's covered.
Yeah.
You don't see this
so
professional paint match on the fenders right here?
yeah, I did that in my garage with spray paint.
So
Hey, that's
speaking,
better than the way my Mustang was.
speaking of the fenders, do you remember heading to Jumping for Joy, Joey, in 2023? Like
Yeah,
doing
the one I
was
doing
on
the
a boat
convoy?
for?
Yeah, you were on a boat, but do you remember hanging out the back window of my truck, filming a truck behind us
No.
With
It's
white
on the
fenders.
video.
with white fenders?
Oh, you
Yes.
just showed us the video.
Silver
That was
Gen
you?
1 white
The-
fenders.
That's this dude.
So, he has a video. He'll
It's
play
on
it.
the video.
Well, no, I don't have it. You showed it to me.
It was in the.
It
No,
was
you
in-
sent it in
Did
the
you send
text.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
oh, then yeah, I should have
Or
it.
flip back. Flip the camera. Oh.
Okay.
Leaks.
It's gonna be a while back.
Am I pretty girl?
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I installed those fenders myself in the driveway. Super nice, easy install. But I came to the conclusion the truck needs something, like whether it's a wrap or paint or whatever. So I wasn't gonna spend $5,000 to get like some nice super paint match fenders, right? So I'm trying to do something, to figure out.
It's a real random video.
Right.
Yeah, hanging out the window.
So I was just thinking about this video because I remember going like this to you, like if I can record.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
I thought you were flipping them off.
Yeah.
I think the other funny part is like right when he hit stop recording, you started doing this.
I was swerving.
And we're like, oh, we should have gotten that recorded.
Flexing the suspension a little.
Yeah, but I was like, wait a minute, you had white fenders back.
Yep. I had everybody sign it that day, actually.
All the PPs.
Had a lot of things that shouldn't be on my fenders.
He
that
had
day.
rocket ships and
Lighthouses.
hacky sacks and
rocket ships and pointy volcanoes and peaks.
It was like 12th grade anatomy class on that truck. But I know y'all guys can't see us because the camera is still off. But for the most part, Joey, do you have anything?
Well, I do want to ask a question. Okay. What has been? This is for like everybody. What's been y'all's favorite like Raptor, like racing race truck like memory, like anything to do with like the off-road scene memory?
Like with the people we hang out with, or just in general?
In general. So like I'll go first. So mine is the first time we went to ECR. They gave us each a truck, and that was the first time I ever drove a Raptor for that long. I moved his truck a few times, but just I remember I'm a very simple person. If you sit me somewhere looking at something, I'll stay there for hours. So they had me spotting like the back corner.
He said
where
that tism kicks in.
Yeah, I'm just there, especially if I have food all day. They had me like, I don't know what that turn is, but it's like the back corner where I was like on the other side of the slalom, sitting there, and I saw the obstacle course, the short track, the long track, and I would just sit there.
So that's on top of that hill, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite memory.
Yeah, well, for starters, when we did that event, I didn't realize that he was giving all of us a truck. Like, I thought we were just going to be under a canopy, sitting, waiting, sweating our butts off. And they're like, no. Like, all of you are going to get Joe's own truck. Like, what?
I was fully prepared to just sit in my personal truck for the whole day.
Yeah. Anybody else want to go?
Memory. It wasn't talking about the caca in the back of the Raptor.
Oh, okay. It's a different memory.
Yeah, different memory for that one.
I don't know. I mean, seeing the pre-runner was pretty dope at Domo.
Yeah, Domo
Seeing that thing
pre-runner.
fly.
Hearing it for me was cooler than even seeing it. Even though seeing it's amazing.
That V12?
I have pictures of
V10,
your
V10.
reaction.
V10.
Viper
Do y'all know
V10.
the
Hearing
story
Tone
of
rev bombing
the when it revved, when it redlined the night before? Do you know that
Oh,
story?
I didn't hear that. No.
Okay, so I'm not gonna name names.
Oh dear.
He already did.
I already did, dog.
Did you already say it? Okay, I'm gonna say it.
So you can see I get a little excited over trophy trucks. You know what I mean?
Bro was covering and everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't cover, and there's nothing to cover, but I do get a little excited over trophy trucks. So.
That face.
So the night before when we were setting up the podcast,
You can leave it up if you want.
he brought the truck and he got it off the trailer. He backed it into that spot in front of the clubhouse, and doors are open, and we're setting up, and Tone had just gotten there. So he and the driver are close friends, and the driver takes him to the trophy truck, and they're out there for a little bit, and we're not thinking anything of it. We're inside, where I think we're by the bar, we're setting up still, and all of a sudden it's just and it's aimed inside of the clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Like the
Inwards?
doors are open
Yeah.
to where it's just
echoing.
So everyone's like, what just happened? Turns out he thought he was stepping on the brake when he was starting the car. He slammed the gas and turned on the truck, and it redlined.
Oh,
Immediately, like, turn
That
on
sounds
red
very
bomb.
good for your truck, for your pre-runner.
It sounded amazing, but
I bet the valves were happy.
You talk about morning reveille. I mean, that'll definitely wake you up. Who needs a rooster when you got
Good
a
old
V10?
cold start red bomb. Let's go.
I think I do have a ton of memories. It's hard picking one.
It is hard.
It
But
is.
After how many years we've been coming out?
Right. It hasn't even been that long, but it seems like it's been forever.
It does.
But like at TR,
In a good way.
Okay, yeah, in a good way. At TR, I can't remember what year this was. It doesn't even matter. It's me, Brandon, Chrissy, Gumby's wife, standing right next to me, and I can hear. Oh, I love the title of the photo, by the way.
Yes.
It says Rob is erect.
Yes.
But the best part is it starts at number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, naming conventions. So we're standing there at the jump at TR, the final, and we can hear Gumby coming in the Bronco, right? And she's like, "Oh, here comes Gumby," you know. And we're watching, and this is after TSW has already went through and just basically made a second donkey kick after the jump, right? They just dug out like 7-foot holes, you know, and then you hit it and you like double jump. Gumby comes flying over that jump, hits, double jumps, and the whole front end of that thing comes off the ground to the point where he almost got the back end of it touching the ground. And she grabs my arm because she's like right next to me and she's screaming, "Gumby!" And she grabs my arm and she's like pulling on me, you know, like this crazy thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he comes flying around. He's just got a giant smile on his face. And he gets out and he goes, "Man, all I saw for about 5 seconds was trees and sky." I'm like, "Gumby, you crazy SOB. Like, what are you doing, man?" And she's like, "You almost gave me a heart attack, Gumby."
He definitely drove the poo-poo out of that.
Yeah.
That year.
There's just people, you know, and stuff like this happens all the time.
For those of y'all that don't know, that's baby blue and orange on that paint scheme.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be.
It's the Gulf livery on that unit.
Not a special terrain Bronco or anything.
Do you have that pic of the?
No, I did. I stopped taking pictures right when that happened.
Oh, that's right. It's
Yeah.
on.
I have a video.
It's on his.
That's on my Instagram too.
It's on Instagram. Yeah, that was absolutely insane when he did that.
Yeah, seeing Chrissy's reaction to, first off, knowing who she married,
Right.
and then just watching a lot of the stuff. One of the best clips that we have is, you know, and probably it still has to hold the number one memory is me chipping my tooth at Domo with Gumby. That has to be my favorite memory. But it's the recording that his son Cody had when he was standing right next to Chrissy. And let's see if I can find it really quick.
No, I have it. It's at the end of that.
See.
3,200.
That's that too. There's yeah.
You can send that to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Gumby.
That's the funniest.
All I
thing.
know is that his ears are ringing.
Yeah.
His ears are ringing
You
right
can't
now.
you can't talk about this community without talking about Gumby.
Oh yeah.
You just can't.
Here we go.
Almost. Hold on.
He's on that dial up.
Okay. You can throw it up.
Throw it back. Let's see.
Oh, the video's muted. You got it muted.
Oh,
Video.
my bad.
Oh, so there it was at the end there.
It was very quick. Let's
How did
see.
it kick up like that?
He double kicked. So every year TSW takes a hole. They'll jump so far. And basically when they land, they keep doing it over and over and over and over. And it just digs a hole, a secondary hole. And it got so deep, he did one of these, you know.
Let's see if we can
Yeah.
pause it
hit,
right on that.
and then
Yeah.
jumped again.
Oh, because it went into that
Right,
back hole.
did in that back hole
and
and
it went
dunked.
so deep that
Yep.
it popped
He
up.
kicked straight up in the air. And this is before, I mean, at this moment, he just had the Raptor OE suspension. You know, he didn't have what he has now, obviously. But you can see that man bumper dragging, you know, straight up. And the funny thing is about 50, 60 feet in front of this, it turns. There's a giant tree. I've seen a guy go straight and hit that
someone
tree.
did hit that tree one year.
But he didn't hit it. He came down and somehow came around the corner fine. But I mean,
that's
yeah.
Gumby for you.
What is his comment? What is comment right
Dude in
there?
a Bronco trying to show off. It was Gumby.
some dude in a Bronco trying to show off.
And then the profile picture.
Oh,
Profile
yeah.
picture.
That's also a pic I took.
Yeah,
Nice.
I sent you the
Humble brag.
I sent you the video from Domo with Gumby's wife in the background.
Yes. Was that just from
Yeah, it's right
use-
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And we'll let you know when it's up.
Text is weird.
Oh my gosh.
Go back.
Chip tooth in 3,
You good?
2, 1.
The Tooth Fairy.
That's how you know how she loves you,
And
Gumby.
and the funniest part is that the side that she saw wasn't even the cracked fender.
It wasn't even.
It was
She
the
just
other
knew.
side. She just
She
knew.
knew already that.
She knows.
Yeah.
She's been married to him forever. She knows.
She already knows.
Little Gumby.
Sal, do you have a memory?
There are just so many.
Right.
Oh, and then we have the pictures that I just pointed out to you about my helmet flying off.
Yes, we can throw those up. I think I still have those open.
Oh,
Let's
the
see.
reaction of everybody
Somewhere.
hearing you flatland.
Right there on the top
Oh.
left.
Ah, man, I wish we had
I
footage of
wish I would have taken footage, but it was just
So there's helmet on,
Yeah. Oh, with the helmet.
landing, first parts of the landing.
that. Yeah, that's
So
where the cracked
if you
fender
zoom
right
out,
there.
you can see the fender cracking.
Good old Gumby.
and this is the beauty of us doing photography too, right? We can capture all these funny stuff and make fun of people afterwards.
I didn't even realize until Noah pointed it out earlier about the helmet.
And then go to the next one.
I don't know if
where
I still have that one
He
open.
decides to
Oh.
Here, let me look for it real quick.
sit down there in the.
Let's see. Butts.
So it should, yeah. 8. Oh no, yeah, there.
Yep.
Okay.
No more helmet.
No more helmet.
No
Helmet's
more
gone.
glasses. No more tooth.
Everything's
Different
gone.
man.
Different man. Oh man.
And the
The suspension put in work.
I mean, yeah, that's
It's the Gumby touch.
Gumby.
He wanted to recreate the Bronco at TRR. Is what he wanted to do.
He's another one, right? He came over to us at an event, Cycle Ranch, with his Bronco Raptor with the port and polish, ginormous 5.2, 850 plus horsepower truck, and handed us the keys. Johnny and I, he's like, go. And Johnny's like, dude, I don't want to break nothing. He goes, you break it, I probably would have broke it. I don't care if you break it. Okay.
He's just a different monster, man.
Okay.
He is a
He
different
is.
monster.
Yeah.
He is. I remember the first time we saw him and met him, I was like, this dude has to know everything about this truck. Period.
Yeah, and that truck right now is going through such a transformation. I can't wait to see it when it's done.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
I
fantastic.
fear for his life, but
Yes.
I can't wait to see it when it's done. The links.
At
and-
least he's trying to protect his life a little bit more.
Yeah. A really nice roll cage, and then the links in the rear should
Maybe
give him
some
a little
life
bit of cushion.
insurance, you know.
Yeah. Wild child.
I saw another cool memory was TRR 23.
Bad
the
year.
freaking, don't worry
year.
about it. The F1 car that they brought out. Oh, so did you guys get to see it?
We've never been to TRR.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Ooh.
You guys, look, this is cool
So
stuff.
the
Like
year
this.
to go would have been last year.
Mm.
Brother, there was 160, 170 trucks there. It was
Last
the biggest year I've ever
and
seen.
the luxury
24?
pre-runner.
Last year was a low year for me. it was not a good year for me.
Got
hear
you,
you.
big dog.
No.
We're only
I
going
hear
up
ya.
from here.
Yeah.
We're only
Hugs.
going up from here.
Hey, look, there's the yackle in the background.
With the hat. Yeah, with the hat.
It was either me or him. I had one of us.
No,
No,
you got the pencil neck.
that's a pencil neck.
Johnny.
Yeah, that's pencil neck, Johnny.
Well, this year, when TRR lands, we're actually going to be in Houston.
Oh.
No.
So Comic Palooza.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Always missing out.
Yeah, they changed the dates this year.
They did.
Just
They
because
changed
of
the dates.
Baja.
event scheduling.
Also, this truck is also
Yeah,
freaking
so
amazing.
Dennis now lives local.
Here.
So
He's now here in San Antonio.
I'm excited to have him come out to some more events, and the Baja Taxi, he's also running an HM kit.
Yes, he
front.
is.
So that is an H&M kit. You can see his bypass and coilover
Oh, I
inside
did a
of the
whole
UCA.
photo set for him. I can put it up.
And that's another truck that
That was the first day, all the rollers.
it's just
Kenner.
solid. Kenner Coon, that is one crazy unit right there. Here, I'll show you a pic that Kenner sent around the group today. Y'all will get a kick out of this.
So many pictures.
He brings-
Thousands of pictures.
He brings that out every single crawfish boil. Because the Kenner Coon, so he has a raccoon on a stripper pole.
I don't think you want me to show that.
Somebody stuffed it, and it says support your local coon stripper.
That's crazy.
It's a taxidermied raccoon.
Mm-hmm. That's the Kenner.
Just absolutely crazy amount of Raptors on a beautiful property.
Isn't
Yeah, that's
isn't-
Ryan.
Yeah, he's about to.
He's
He's selling
selling
it.
it.
For sale, yeah.
It makes
Talked
me
to-
sad.
Talked to him the other day.
Such a cool dude.
The trucks for sale or the camper?
The truck. Actually,
Well, both.
he said he would sell both.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
individually if he
yeah,
wanted to.
separately.
So
Yeah, I did a whole
Ryan,
set for him.
Ryan's just awesome. He's really almost just sad because he moved and it's hard for him to get in, back to any of our events and all that. So he's thinking, all right, I'm just going to get rid of it because it's going to get too old by the time I can come back. And I'll save up in the meantime and get a Gen 3.
And it's got a lot of miles.
Yeah, he does. He has like 200K on that truck. So, it's up there. And he, he's like, I don't want to, just keep driving it and, not have the fun that I have with it. So
Here's your boy.
there you go. Look at that kit in the front. Yikes.
Yeah, there it is. I knew I took a picture of it. H&M. So crazy. And
Such
this
a
is the
great
year
build.
where everyone's power steering went out.
Yeah, he has the Lee. And it went out.
Tie?
Yeah,
Hey,
he probably.
don't ask
truck.
questions.
no,
Race truck.
that's
Race truck.
That's a race truck.
no, that you have to bring zip ties to TRR. That's your thing. You just bring it. Remember, I forgot him and we went to Walmart and got him the first
Yes,
night.
yes, we did.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's power steering went out that year.
Not mine. Haha.
Never mind.
It
I
did though.
I got the Howie.
No, it did.
No, my power steering was still working.
You sure?
Yeah, the truck just didn't.
Ah.
What year was this? 24?
24,
Oh
last
yeah, no,
year.
my power steering's fine. That was the year.
Oh, you ripped out your secondary is
yeah,
what it was.
Well, I'm not going to get into why. But there's also two other people that have done the same thing with the same kit. Hint, hint.
runners.
Don't run that kit secondary
Only for
mount.
runners.
Do not do it. But I
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, that's okay. They can read it. they can read it.
I went out on the track, hit it a few times, hit the triples, got some photos, did a few more things, and then the Saturday I hit the short course one more time,
Yeah, this guy.
and I heard a rattle. My secondary mount completely sheared off the frame, pulled part of the frame with it. So I had Bluetooth secondaries. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean this is great. Like, Brain, I'm glad you brought your laptop.
Me
and
too.
was sharing photos
Me
and everything.
too.
Because again, that goes back to you two are some of the main photographers for these events.
It's his intake.
This is intake?
Yeah.
What?
So that's a
That
sealed intake. Keeps all the dust out.
Oh.
Yep.
So cool.
Oh, since he doesn't have fender liners and all
Correct.
that stuff.
Fender liners are for quitters.
Well,
So are tailgates. And
Well-
exhausts.
hey,
Yeah.
well, I mean, mine's
And
kind of. Have you've seen the pictures of my exhaust, right? My three
Yes.
Craftsman wrenches.
Yeah. Did you see that?
No.
This dude he welded wrenches
Yeah.
to hold the exhaust together.
Just like donut.
Like, I told him, I texted him
seen Donut?
immediately.
No.
I said, hey,
Oh.
brother, please don't do the 10. You're going to need that.
He did. That was the first thing he said.
And he put all the wrenches on there to hold it together. Solid.
Let's see.
I'm trying to find the year where you were holding your exhaust.
Oh, that was year 1.
I know, but I
That's
don't know if I have it on here.
TRR 2022.
Yeah, I don't think I have it on here, unfortunately.
Everyone thought I did the wrenches for April Fools. And I was like, no, that's for the race.
Zoink.
That's for the race.
I have.
Where is it?
I got you, dog.
There it is.
That's the year Johnny was in the
The
dinosaur
dinosaur.
suit,
He brought
too.
it twice.
Yep.
He brought it twice.
I think that's...
I just sent those photos to you.
We covered up.
Oh. Yeah. Leaks.
Oh my god! No.
I tagged Craftsman Tools in a post, and they're like, "That's a creative way to use Craftsman Tools."
AI is up.
There it is.
Did they really respond to you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They just said, cause I was like, "Hey, sponsor me because I need new tools," and they're like, "That's a creative way to use our tools."
Team did a PR response.
Yes.
I'm like, bruh. But there it is. So that bottom one is a 17 millimeter. I put that one on first, and then the manufacturer hanger cracked. We cut it, and I was like, well, what's stronger than one wrench? 2.
So
What's
let me
stronger
ask-
than 2?
Let me ask this important question. Are these Craftsman tools pre-China or are they...
No, well, those are my dad's.
Oh, so these
They're
are good
pre-
dogs.
yeah,
So these
they're
are USA
USA
made.
made.
Yeah.
Wow.
I needed
They're gonna hold then.
I
Should be
needed
good.
as much USA to help me as possible.
Yeah, so freedom. I like it.
Look at that. You hear all the bald eagles out of that one. But Sal, you got anything?
I already watching people's reaction to you flatland.
Yep.
You have a
Do
question?
you have a question?
Oh nah,
No. No.
nah.
Robert, any question from you?
No, not top of my head.
No. Brandon?
When are you guys going to Untold?
Either next week. No, actually, probably next week. Next Saturday
Domo.
is Domo.
Yeah.
So the weekend after.
Was that the 10th? Weekend of the 10th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not be there. I will be out of town.
Or the 12th. What's April? No, it's May. I'm confused.
Go to the next month. A little arrow. Yoink.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude.
Leaks.
Nah, I don't care.
So you're going on Mexican Mother's Day.
Well.
That's
Sorry,
the
Mama.
10th.
That's
That's the 10th.
Sorry, Mama. Well, I guess we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, my mom would probably be very mad at that.
Who?
Yeah.
Your mom?
Yeah, if I missed that,
Oh,
So-
well.
might need to be rescheduled there.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. I'll get with that, or we'll do a pre-recorded one.
Yeah, do it awesome.
So
That'd be cool.
You want to go?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
be dope.
And then
You should totally go there with your Raptor.
Yeah.
bring your
Yeah.
Jetta, and we can.
I will bring the Jedi.
Raptor Swap Jetta.
So if you saw my Instagram today, I posted a picture of the Raptor without the passenger seat in there,
Oh,
Yes.
really?
and I said
Here we go
I
again.
said, good Lord, please not again.
Mhm.
The backstory behind that is if you go to my Crown Vic, I don't have a passenger seat
Hey, you don't need it.
because I chopped it up because I tried to put the mount
Race car.
from a 2014 seat, and it wasn't until I chopped everything up that I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Why would you chop it up first?
You know, trial by fire, man. Why do you
Yeah,
think that's
true.
how
Hey.
all this stuff started?
Head first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how you dive into projects.
That's how. And I still don't have a passenger
That's
seat.
more diving in balls first than
That-
anything.
Yeah, I'm not a very smart man. these are my running sawzalls. You know, so for those of y'all that are watching, you know, we really appreciate everyone that tuned in. I know we got a ton of stuff. Everyone's got their own life. Everyone has their own timings. We do these live because we do like questions and feedback in from the chat. Robert, Brandon, thank y'all so much for putting time out of y'all's day to come out here.
Thanks for having us.
Whenever y'all want to
for
come
sure.
out again, just let us know. I mean, we're happy to have y'all here back in the studio. or even whenever we see you at Domo, let's film a quick video or a little.
Gotta film the vroom room.
We got to do the vroom room.
Yeah,
so
buddy.
those y'all, we have Precision Productions there on YouTube as well, and he has a segment on his channel called the Vroom Room, where he takes different vehicles and the owners and sits down and does a interview with them.
And we talk about their car. We talk about their experience in the automotive world. Or,
He has
any
them
cool
out on a
stories they
date.
have. Yes. Touch
Things like that.
tips.
Whoa.
That's at the end of the video.
Wait.
He's like, go back to that first one. And then for R-Dub's photography, do you want to say anything about that?
No, just nothing major. Just if you see me at an event, let me know, and I'll I always hand out cards, try to make it easier for everybody to just QR code scan that unit in, and because it's like hard, networking, because everybody just is there and you don't know who's doing what.
Mm-hmm.
So
For the new people that don't know everyone.
yeah, come say hi. I'll probably have a camera around my neck with a giant white lens.
Or if he's not driving.
Yeah, if I'm not driving. I'll have a tier if I'm not driving, but at least I'll be in it with the camera. So yeah, come say hi. I probably have some pics of your vehicle. So
Yeah, and the other side of that is like always look for the anime Raptor. We're more than happy to get you in touch with these guys, and just that way you can tell them what vehicle you have and be like, hey, I'd like to get some photos from you. Can you take a picture of my truck, please? I'm gonna go on the track.
yeah, we
So-
definitely do the side stuff. If you want to do like a a
Private
session.
photo shoot, or
Yeah.
we also offer video stuff if you want an Instagram video.
Yeah, I've got hit up a few times this week already for some people. They want to do the new whoop section. They want me to do some videos. So we're gonna be out there with a gimbal and playing around with that. So
It's gonna be a good time.
That's great. Alrighty, for everybody that's been watching, actually, we're back to our old days. This is a 2-hour episode. For those of y'all that were with us from the beginning all the way to now, you had the last 2 hours to do absolutely anything else in the world, and you decided to spend them here with us, and we greatly appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
All the support, the love, everything that we get from everybody on whether it's the social media, on YouTube, and everything in between. Come say hi. We really appreciate everything. We couldn't have done any of this without the support. And we want to see where we can go from here. With that, I leave you with, we're going to be trying to figure out the schedule. This has been the Raptorstrike Podcast, episode 60. Can't believe we've actually done 60 of these episodes already. Guys, Brandon, Robert, thank y'all again for coming out here. And at this rate, be cool and stay humble. We will see y'all guys later. We love you.
Hasta la vista.
Bye.